think we should get going. I think
Yes.
that all of us are here.
Indeed.
Yes. Alia gives it a moment. She looks at some bushes, some doors which don't burst open.
Whose bush are you looking at? What?
Flamescar's bush.
Oh.
But
where are we
when
heading
nothing
today?
happens, well, we are going to the adorable midget inn, and perhaps also the acorn, depending on how soon we find information.
Did we decide if they were good or bad, the acorns?
We
in the end?
decided that they clearly want to fight the dragons, but they also have your armor,
Hmm.
and
Yes, because they tried to pull that thing that it was all a big misunderstanding when we killed them last time.
Yes, and that was a lie.
That was a lie. Good. Okay.
Yes, but
I'm
we
up-
are
I'm
not
up to
going to.
speed now.
We're not going to kill them because.
Ah, speak for yourself.
What was a lie?
The cake.
The acorns and the cake. The acorn cake.
Alia consulted the gods with Leanna about the armor. You know, like whether they knew where the armor was, and I think the gods said yes.
Yeah. They
Oh,
were
yeah.
lying shits.
Has that not turned up yet?
No.
Totally was
No.
supposed to have. Anyway, never mind.
What's the inn you want to go to?
The adorable midget inn. It's to the west.
I think the appropriate term is small people.
We're not in the PC times yet.
Well,
They're
where I
adorably
come from. Very well. And I heard there's been a dragon encounter. Has that dragon slaying sword been found?
Yes. And Alia, pointing at Alia, has
Alia
given it
left
to the dragon.
Did what to the dragon?
She's
Gave it to
given
the
it to the
dragon.
dragon.
Along with all of her other magical gear and basically her dignity.
To elaborate, it was a sensitive diplomatic situation, and some people decided to piss off the dragon in the middle of it.
And some people decided to sacrifice their friend and feed them to a dragon.
Well, that was his choice.
Was it though? Was it really?
I sense a sensitive topic. Let's move on.
Yes.
The most sense.
So, has Alia got no gear now then?
She has some gear, but like all the stuff that she could immediately strip off and just throw in front of her, she pretty much did.
Yeah.
Basically all her magical swinging things.
Oh, I had my eye on that belt as well. Never mind.
All you have to do is kill a dragon, bro. All you have to do is kill a dragon.
And
Oh,
kill
well.
Alia.
Well, I was just going to wait for it to just die.
I'm trying to
Casually
find
pick it
the.
up.
I think I did give him my Santa sword, didn't I?
I'm pretty sure you did, yeah.
I think you specifically said, oh yeah, I'm going to give him Rudolph too.
Yeah. Vault. Oops,
Yeah,
adventurer's
don't give it
vault.
away this time.
I'm just gonna
Just
invite
give
him into the
something
vault.
else.
Look, it's a goblin. Take all my shit. Take all my gear.
Did
Yeah.
has anybody told Josie about the vault yet?
About the what?
Okay,
Does Josie
well,
have access
that'll-
to the
That'll be a no
website?
then.
Josie,
By
we
the way,
have
you can get
sorry.
free shit.
Yes. What's your name again?
Well, it's Josie because there's no character yet.
Oh, okay. So
Was it Vanille Brimstone?
yes. So we have a vault where we put stuff that we don't need, and you're welcome to help yourself to it to get a bit of a head start.
sweet.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in there.
Somebody send a link, please.
I'm on it.
You do have to edit the page and put your name there that you've taken it, so we know who's got it, and also that you're not emptying it.
For the record, I have from the vault taken
All of
Santa's
it.
other great sword, which is a mere +1 sword.
Okay.
The worst. Cool. Great. Good.
We frolic across the road. Along the road.
Eastwardly towards the adorable midget inn.
Westwardly.
Yes,
I knew-
that's what I said.
New person TM isn't here yet.
Nope, that is
All right.
correct. And intended. Yeah, so you head westward towards the Adorable Midget Inn. It's a bright day today. After the fairly eventful weather a few days back, the sky's cleared and it's been fairly summer weather. Quite warm, a little bit of cloud, bit of rain, but nothing too tragic. And after a short walk, it's not too far to the Adorable Midget Inn, you find yourself outside, or at least approaching it. As you approach the Adorable Midget Inn, you see quite a few people milling about outside. Well, milling about is probably not the right word. They seem to be kind of working. There's large stacks of big concrete blocks on one side next to the inn. I don't have a map for this bit, so you'll just have to roleplay. There's a few people kind of unloading these large bricks, and as you sort of get up near the front door, you see along the path, sort of going from through the trees, across the path, and almost towards the inn, but doesn't quite get there. It's this large scorch mark. And as you sort of look up at the trees, you can see that they're all like burnt out the way as well. This large scorch mark.
Like dragon breath type?
Yes, it certainly looked like it could come from a dragon breath. It's a pretty big scorch mark, and you can see all the trees are burnt and charred, and then they sort of fade away a bit. It's a pretty large, Alia can kind of lay down in it, and it's pretty big. Pretty big.
Does it look like it happened recently?
It does look fairly fresh. Yes. The trees are still. They're not soldering. That's not the right word. Burning. Smoldering. That's the right word. Thank you. They're not smoldering anymore. But they're certainly. They don't look like they've crumbled to dust. And as you approach, there's a few men. They're all dressed in green garb, and they seem to be working kind of in and around the main tavern.
Maybe we should ask some of the workers what kind of dragon did this, if it is.
So, have I been here before?
Yes.
Can somebody remind me where this is?
I'm not sure you have been here before.
I think he has.
Maybe you have.
First of all, there was a vampire hunter who offered his services for 100 gold. And then there was also a duck bodyguard person.
Yeah.
And where is this place exactly?
It is on your map, but if you go west out of Flamescar, across the Troll Bridge, and follow the path around to the west, you find it no more than about a day outside of Flamescar.
I don't think I've been here.
I'm not sure you have.
I don't think I have. But okay, that's cool.
So you can see there's a sign hanging above the front door, with a squat, smallish individual on there, wielding a teddy bear, and it looks quite adorable. And then you realise it's not a child; that must be said midget.
Delightful midget.
Knowing that it's quite clearly displaying that you have arrived at the Adorable Midget Inn. It looks like it doesn't look closed. Looks like it could be open.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Did someone say my name?
Yes, I seem to have just absent-mindedly wandered along. What are we doing in this inn?
We are trying to find anyone that knows where what's his name again? Broff. Or Boff.
Boff.
We're trying to find Boff's village, and I thought that maybe talking to some of the the innkeeper or some guests would be wise.
Very good.
You said there were some people outside. What are they doing?
So they look like they're kind of reinforcing or building up the inn itself.
Okay.
There's a couple of stacks of what look like building supplies, some large stacks of concrete heavy stone blocks, much larger than the current facade of the inn.
Ah, right, okay.
And there's a pile of what looks like large kind of metal, heavy rodded rails. And you can see there's one guy. He seems to be welding these bars across one of the windows. And then there's a couple of other guys wandering around, moving these heavy rocks kind of in front of the walls and the front door, things like that. You can see the shape of this inn. There's a kind of a large circular structure at the which seems to be the main part where there's a front door. That's made of pretty big stone anyway. And then on the side of that, there's a large wooden kind of section there's quite a few windows on that side, and they seem to be reinforcing that bit more than the main structure.
It seems like they're getting ready for a second attack. It would be good if we inquire as to what kind of creature did this. Yeah. Likely a dragon, but the color would be interesting to confirm.
And they are quite clearly acorn clansmen. They're all wearing green and working hard.
Can I go over and talk to them?
Sorry?
Can I go and talk to them?
Of course.
I'll wander over and I'll go, you there, what are you doing? What's happened here?
Explain
in a very
yourself.
condescending kind of way.
He looks up, sort of wipes the sweat from his brow, puts a foot on the up on the large stone thing. He says, well, "What's it look like? We're reinforcing the tavern, of course."
What happened? Why are you reinforcing it?
Where have you been, mate? There's a dragon attack. Look, and he points at the road at the big scorch mark.
Well, yes, obviously there's been a dragon attack. But what kind of dragon was it? We weren't here when it attacked. Was it what color was it? Do you know?
He says, well, didn't see it myself, but I've heard rumors. There were two dragons.
2 dragons. You say?
Yeah, 2 dragons.
Colors?
Golden red.
I've heard some good rumours about their colours, but
Go on, then.
your colours are expensive to remember, you see.
Ah, for goodness sake! Tell us the colour. I'll cut your tongue out.
He says, he looks you up and down. He says, I don't believe that you wouldn't, sir, but things don't come cheap round here.
I'll get my dagger out. Can I intimidate him?
Yeah, roll an intimidation roll.
Remember, Graven, this is how things turned really sour with the acorns.
I don't like acorns. No, he's not impressed anyway.
He calls over 2 of his mates, and he says, "Look here, this guy's trying to threaten us. He doesn't want to pay." And the other one goes, "Frank, that's and he sort of whispers in the guy's ear, and he says, "Oh, is it now?" You can see the guy you're talking to is quite a bit more confident than his friends. He says, "Oh yeah, I've heard quite a bit about you. You must be the lot from Flamescar, eh?"
That's right.
I see. Yeah, well, we know you have got some coin, so chuck us, poor labourer here, a bit for his tea, and
for goodness sake,
all I know, sir, all I know. And he's being very polite.
A copper coin at his forehead, and I say, "Look, just tell us before things get nasty."
He takes the copper coin. He says, "Much obliged. That'll get some light refreshment." Obviously being a bit condescending, but very polite at the same time. And he says, "Well, I've heard rumours that there were people saw flashes of gold in the sky. And there was one village to the north, I think, but I'm not sure, where they saw swoop down and tangled in a ball of colours. No one's quite sure what colour the other one was. There's been multiple accounts."
And how long ago was this?
Oh, only a few days. Didn't you see the storms?
Yes.
Well, that was it, mate.
That was the dragons?
I think so.
So they were fighting each other.
Well, I don't know about that.
The fast recurring dragon and the golden dragon we parlayed with fought. I thought everyone knew this.
Yeah, that seems to confirm that.
Maybe, sir. I've heard nothing about fighting. Just that there was an attack on a few villages.
That's what they've been doing.
All right, thank you, sir. I'll pass it on up the chain. They'll be keen to know.
What was the name of the town up north that you mentioned?
Oh, I'm afraid I don't know, sir.
You don't seem to know the region so well.
No, I sort of stick around, do what I'm told, you know.
Any casualties?
Well, when is there not casualties in a dragon attack, sir?
I'd say
You are.
those who hid cowardly survive at least. And he winks at the guy.
Those that... What?
Winked. Those that hid cowardly survive at least. And I wink at the guy.
I don't know about hiding, sir, but certainly didn't catch me. No, I was on guard down at the southern camp.
Guess you were lucky.
Count my lucky stars every day, sir. Blessed be the Lathander, keeping me in the light.
Vendel looks at Graven and is like, I think we might get better, more reliable stories in the tavern.
I think you might be right.
And Alia, you're looking for a town, you said, yes?
Yes. Buff here couldn't tell me much about where it is exactly, except that it's near the desert.
Okay. Would you like to lead the way in the inn?
Sure. She pushes her way through everyone that's gathered in front of the door and heads in.
Okay. You head into the inn. No, I'll just move you onto the right page here. So many maps, so little time. Okay. Why have they not got right click to move players to map yet? I mean, really. Every session.
It's pretty dominant.
I don't
Right.
know.
Here you go. You enter the adorable midget. So inappropriate. And having a look around, you see there's a set of what look like kind of a fairly shaken dwarves sat by the fire. There's a couple of humans sat over here with what looks to be a bartender lady. Whatever the word is, barmaid. There we go.
That's the one.
There's a large duck person sat by the bar, one eye covered with a sort of bandana cloth. He looks very gruff and gives you all a nod as you sort of walk in. There's a tiefling, fairly large, chunky tiefling, kind of being what can only be described as quite inappropriate to the barmaid over here. Seems to have her sort of pinned up against the wall and is been quite lewd. There's a few other patrons around the bar, and a barkeep stood at the bar who, as you come in, he sort of gives you the nod and says, my friends, it is good to see you.
And these are more acorns?
Yes, that's right.
Alright. Yeah, Alia will make her way to the bar.
Are you getting the first round?
He shouts across the bar.
Come and help you carry them.
Sure.
Hello, my friends. It is nice to see you. Are you from the town of Flamescar?
Yes, we are.
It is very nice.
Thank you.
It's very nice.
We've been doing our best to work on it. Say, could we get around and maybe have a chat?
Yes, I can do you my finest ale.
Sure.
Or are you more about the wine?
At this early hour, I think ale.
Very good.
Vendel just kind of shouts from the distance, "Wine, please."
Very well. And he starts busying himself. This large duck person here is sort of just sat. He looks almost as if he's the pub security, just sitting there as a large warhammer propped up against the wall. Gives you a nod once again.
What time of day is it?
Probably early morning. Takes you about a day to get here.
Oh, really?
Well,
Okay. Maybe
I'll
not the
take
one.
I'll take a light.
Or late
I'll
evening. Yeah,
take,
probably late evening actually, because
Owen will take a light breakfast scotch.
Nice.
So late
Did you
evening
say-
then.
Yes, late evening. Sorry, I changed my mind.
Did you say duck person?
Duck person, large
Oh.
duck. That's what he
Oh,
looks
yes.
like.
Oh
Duck
shit!
person.
Duck person,
Ah,
Like an actual duck person. Holy crap!
like an actual duck person.
it's
I
very
don't think-
tempting to order a drink and stick it on his bill.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah.
It's got the
very
inspiration
Put it
for
on
an
the
okay
bill.
dog.
Yeah, that's an inspiration. Yeah, well deserved. Unanimous vote.
No,
Yes.
no, you don't get a vote, but he does get inspiration.
Oh, good.
Yes.
I'm just trying to see. I don't know where I've moved my NPCs to. Oh yeah, I don't have a bigger picture of him, but that's what he looks like. Large, scary-looking duck man.
Never met a duck person.
His
before.
scarred bill, scary eye, the one you can see. And as you're ordering, there's a bit of a commotion happen over here.
The tiefling.
Of a what?
Oh,
That's your
wow.
cue.
What are
I'm sure that character is in no way important to the story. So let's just move on.
As you glance over, you see this very burly tiefling, just kind of seeing that her advances are not working, but attempting anyway, before stepping over just to the table to the left of her and slamming her tankard just right there, kind of glancing at you. Aye! You think you could get me a drink?
Yes. Another ale?
Another one. Yeah, two, actually.
Okay. And she sort of runs off quite quickly. And Patrick says, I'll have a seat, my friends. I'll bring it over as soon as it is ready.
All right.
This table seems free.
Alia is unsure as to whether she's supposed to like stay there to talk to him or if he's gonna talk at their table or.
Did you ask to talk to him?
Yeah, she asked for a chat.
Oh,
I guess she'll stay there at the bar for a second.
okay. He commands some orders to this lady here. He says, I'm doing it! Give me a man! She seems quite annoyed. Maybe at him, just maybe in general. Yeah, you can see there's another. I didn't describe this person here as the only person I didn't describe in the bar. He looks like a very miserable looking gnome. He's got a very dour looking face, but he does have a sign next to him that says, "Make me laugh for 10 gold pieces." Yeah, after a moment or two, Perrin sort of comes back out and brings your ales over, and Padraig spits in a cup and starts cleaning it, and says, so what can I do for you, my lady?"
She begins. Well, I've recently come across a boy that doesn't know where he's from, and bartenders do tend to know things. And yeah, she whistles and motions for the boy to come over.
And as you whistle, you realise he stood like right behind you,
Alright.
and hasn't left like behind you the whole time you've been outside of Flamescar.
She looks down and like pulls him forward a bit so the bartender can see him. Well, I was hoping perhaps you would know where we could find such a village. tell him, Buff, what you know.
What was the village called? Any idea?
I do not. I do not know.
What was it called? Let me find it out.
Villageton.
Villageton.
Village Townshire.
Oh, Brabus. Brabus.
Brabus.
And he squeaks up, obviously quite nervous. Brabus.
How do you spell it?
Brabus. Brabus.
Brabus.
Brabus.
I think you're missing some R's, Anthony.
No, that's you. That's your department.
Oh, what happened to Bert? Anyway,
tell him what your hometown of Brabus looks like.
Oh yeah, it's a big town with lots of farms and a church in the middle.
You said it's by a desert, yes?
No, not really.
What?
It was sort of. There's a desert to the west.
To the west?
Yeah, but not close.
What god does your church worship?
La Thunder, of course.
Oh, well, that's not of much use.
And so the barkeep is just giving him a gentle look, listening to his words. And he says, "Oh, I'm not too sure. It sounds like a lot of towns." But the two waterfalls in the town.
Two in the town.
Yeah. Two.
Waterfalls.
So it's west of the desert. So it's east of the desert. So
Yes.
I guess we would have to go southeast. She looks at the bartender.
The bartender is twirling his long mustache in a very thinking voice, thinking kind of way. He seems to be mulling it over. And he says, yes, I did hear about the town. That was a little way away from here, yes. We had one man, he come in from the town. And he was a very nice man. He bought lots of the meals. Yes, very nice. But he said he had two waterfalls coming into town. Yes, and they had a little lake where they did the boating. And he looks down at the kid and says, as he says that, the boating. And the Buff looks up at him and says, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Sort of trying to hide behind Alia's leg again. He's little.
How old is Buff?
Oh, about 24.
I was gonna say you described him as like almost a man.
Yeah, almost.
Right,
I mean,
okay.
it's been a fish for a while. He's struggling.
Alia plops a piece of parchment onto the bar, and she like roughly sketches in Flamescar and the midget inn and the desert, and she draws roughly where she thinks the village might be, and she raises an eyebrow at the bartender. About here, you think?
Yes. Your map is I have not seen a map of this whole land before. There is a lot of stuff here, yes?
Yes, I'm not sure how accurate it is, but
You are very well traveled. This is good to see. You will have to come and tell me all your stories.
we shall definitely return, yes. Well, thank you for your help. I think I will be joining my friends at
He didn't
the table.
actually answered your question yet, but
What?
he hasn't
Oh,
actually
yeah,
answered your
I guess he
question
hasn't.
yet.
Well, it seemed like he didn't know either. Like the guy who visited, he seemed to just remember that there was a guy from a similar place. So I guessed he didn't know anything more.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I mean, if he's going to continue talking, I'm not
Well,
going to
Too late now. Too late now.
You said thanks.
Well, yeah.
Alright, no problem. Go fuck yourself.
you could inquire
was-
as to that man.
Was it-
That's
was
the
he going-
accent there.
Was he going to say something? Because Alia would not be impolite.
He looks at you and says, yes, but he did say that there was a recent acquisition. No, it's the wrong word, but he says to the west there was this beautiful forest, and then all of a sudden one day it was not the forest anymore. He said it dried up, like the oceans were too salty.
Ah, yes. Well,
So this could be your desert, yes?
I believe so. Yes. So that would put the village towards the southeast, I believe, from here.
Ah, yes, it's quite a distance.
We'll manage.
You want to ask
We can
about that
just-
man who came from there? If he's still around, you could point the way.
I'm guessing he's a visitor.
Do you know the way?
Do you know the way? No. No. Alia would actually. No, she wouldn't ask that. Even if he's still here, that just doesn't make sense. Like we once had a patron. A long time ago. He's unlikely to still be there. so-
Long time ago.
Did he say a long
Logically,
time ago? I thought-
logically, I mean, the desert hasn't been around. Like, isn't super new. Like, it's been around for a while. It's been at least months since the creation of the desert.
You do know some information about the creation of the desert.
We do. I don't know if it's the information you're thinking of, but.
Ah.
Right.
I'm
Well,
just saying you know about that desert.
there's a wizard man who made it.
Thorwellis's father.
Yes.
Whoa! Holy shit! Graven remembered something.
Yeah, that's it. That's all my brain used up now. I'm gonna have to go and lie down.
And with that,
I did say that, Owen. Yes.
Awesome. When the scene's done, I'd like to go visit that guy.
Bet you're not prepared.
and with that, Alia takes Boff with her to the table, and she sits down and sees the tiefling and says, "Who's this? A friend?"
It's
She looks around.
Someone having a drink near our
No.
table.
Depends. If you want to be friends or not.
I love friends.
Do you like
Who-
punching things?
Who doesn't? Who doesn't like friends?
Owen speaks up. Well, she certainly has a vacancy for a friend.
Brutal.
Owen, I will keep track of the casualties we hear about in the dragon attack. Yes.
That's fine. That's fine. Whatever you need to do to ease your conscience.
She turns back to the tiefling, ignoring Owen. Well, we are actually right now on a journey along the border of the desert to find this boy's home. And she claps him on the head. I guess I don't know. I don't know how tall he is when she's sitting down. And the desert is quite dangerous, so I'm not sure what we might run into.
Oh, well, I'm always in the mood for bashing something in the skull. You need an extra hand?
Sure. What do you charge? And she narrows her eyes a bit, remembering that there have been other mercenaries here.
Charge? Oh, No, as long as I just get to have some blood on my hands, I don't really mind.
Does it matter whose blood is on your hands? Says Vendel with a slight worry in his eyes.
Depends. Preferably not the people I'm working with, but
Exceptions can be made.
exceptions can be made.
What is your name?
Bonnell. Bonnell Brimstone.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Count Vendel.
Nice to meet you too.
She. What does she look like? Like, can you describe her?
Yeah, so she's about 5'7". She's got a lot of scars all over her body. These kind of ovular glasses with midnight black hair just tied up into a ponytail. She's wearing some leather pants and kind of just keeping a great club to her side. She's got some freckles with some nice deep red skin. And she looks like she's been through some shit and is looking to be through more shit.
Alia looks around. Sure, why not?
You look like you've been through some shit and are looking to go through more shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it. Welcome.
Perfect. And she just takes a huge swig from her tankard and then immediately just downs the other one.
Owen
Approves and motions for another one to be dropped off.
Do we want to rest here or head right back out?
It is pretty late. Would make sense
Do we
to
know
spend the
where
night
the
here.
village is now?
We do, and it's likely at least a few days away. So my personal idea would be to head to the desert and then skirt along the desert to the east until it drops off to the south. Because he said the desert was to the west of the village. So logically, we would have to go south of the desert.
Do we know of any rivers
Yeah.
in the area?
We do know. Not in that area. We haven't been in that area, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look for a river that should lead to a waterfall, hopefully, or two. That's
we do know of a waterfall, but it's not. It's not the right waterfall. I don't
No,
think.
I just mean as we go there, we should keep an eye for rivers, because if there's a
for sure.
waterfall, there's rivers.
Yeah.
But I would
You know,
suggest we
might
spend
as,
the night
we might
here.
as well just, make our way to the Dragon Bone Pit and go from there. At least we know where that is.
That would be
I think
heading
that's on the
into
way.
the desert. I don't think we need to do that.
I mean, like, to keep that general direction, because at least we know what to expect there, because we've been there before, and then see if we can divert from the path there as needed. We won't come across anything else super crazy that's totally gonna derail everything.
You said
As
you
if
have to
that
go
would
through the
happen.
middle of Tandersil to get to where you want to go.
We could do that, but it seems unnecessarily dangerous because the desert is further south and therefore more dangerous. Basically, we need to get east of the desert. So whether we walk east in the desert or north of the desert doesn't really matter.
No, I prefer a dry heat.
And giant scorpions.
Yeah,
And
it's fun.
fire spiders and dragons.
Yeah, it's XP.
How dangerous could it be?
We have Graven. I mean, come on. What's the worst that could happen?
How about
I mean,
we walk in the desert, but within sight of the trees?
Yes.
Sure,
Let's do that.
sure.
That sounds
that.
like a good compromise.
That sounds great. In about the direction of the Dragonbone Pit, sure.
No. 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 What do you
Let's
want
do
there?
it! Everyone's agreed!
So what about resting? Shall we rest on the road or here?
I mean, it's pretty late. I think resting here would be a nice change of comfort. For one of.
I
one
would
night?
agree. Yeah.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, we got rooms.
Fantastic. How much are they?
Currently, they're free.
That's a great question. There's a silver piece a night for the rooms.
Oh, that's good.
Do you have some slightly upper scale rooms?
She's gonna give you the deluxe room for a gold, which is the same.
No, but we do have some cheaper ones.
Cheaper ones.
Yeah.
I'll take the silver, the standard.
All right, no problem. There's one bed to the room, and we got 6. Unless anyone wants to stay in the cheaper ones.
Can those rooms get?
How many are we?
I like a normal room, please.
We're 6. Okay.
Can those rooms get?
Owen would like to go up when this is done. Approach the guy with the sign.
Never mind then, I guess.
What'd you say?
I asked how dirty can those rooms get like 3 times.
I didn't hear that.
No, me either.
Like when you just said it right now, I didn't hear it again.
He wants to know how dirty those rooms get.
Dirty.
Oh right.
Ah.
Oh, we clean them once a day, or when people have stayed. They're ash free, so no worry about that.
Can I make them? I do a lot of work.
Work? And she looks at you like she thinks you're a prostitute. And says, I'm afraid we don't allow any of that sort of thing in the rooms, sir.
I put the cube on the table, and then I light a fire, and it explodes, and then there's black powder everywhere.
Nano machine.
That!
She says, you know what? I do have just the room for you.
The barn.
Vendel would like to go speak with the dwarves.
Yeah, I'll talk to the guy with the sign.
I'm gonna
Alio.
follow Owen.
Ali
Okay.
will take Buff to her room.
To her room. Oi, oi.
No.
No. Can you see
It's
it?
his
Yeah,
bedtime.
Yeah, it is. Can you see
Alia.
through this door here?
Before you go, Alia,
We can.
you should
Yes?
know there's a very special place in the Nine Hills for those who do not get consent from young boys.
She was only saying how he's not that young.
My problem specifically.
Come on, Buff.
Buff follows you. I'm gonna give you.
Does he want to stay?
No, not really. He's following you.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you control of his character, just so you know.
All right.
So you can move that token now.
I guess that's consent then.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's do Owen first, as he mentioned earlier that he was gonna do that. Go on, then. You walk up to this sullen dwarf who looks you up and down and says, "What? Wait, he's a gnome. What?
Evening. Read the sign. Apparently, if I can make you laugh, there's some gold in it for me.
Aye, but no one succeeded in quite a year."
Alright, well, let me just give it a thought.
Damn wizards.
It's a gold piece to try, mind.
Fair enough.
Try
I'll
your
put
luck.
Put a gold piece on the table. And Owen will take out some tiny tarts and
Yeah.
a feather. And he'll wave the feather in the air and do a couple magical symbols. And then he casts Hideous Laughter.
The gnome looks at you and says, "Don't you think people have tried that before? Put your money on the table."
I have put my money on there.
Oh, and he scoops it up, puts it in his pocket.
There's absolutely no effect.
This guy is seemingly entirely immune to your spell, Hideous Laughter.
That's the first thing I
That
thought
is-
about.
that is interesting. That is super interesting. I'm going to spend some 10 minutes casting Detect Magic on this guy.
Okay.
Is he obviously wearing any trinkets or anything like that?
No, not particularly. It just looks like a dour, sullen old gnome. Goes
What's,
back to his drink and sort of, as Owen fails.
What's Owen wearing?
My normal stuff. I am wearing plate armor.
Yeah, like are you wearing like a cloak or pants?
I am wearing plate armor with
Oh,
let's see if I have a cloak. I've got Trevor's clothes on, so I'm guessing some sort of robe over that. Yeah, he's wearing a robe over the plate, so he doesn't stand out as some sort of super protected warrior guy. And he's probably got a hood up, or well, the hood's down right now. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, robe is in the way. Pantsing is not an option.
That would be hard with plates on anyway. I mean, you could do it, but it's gonna take you like 30 minutes.
and he will struggle the whole time.
Oh yeah, it's gonna
Oh,
be
get
terrible
off!
for
Get
you.
off!
Oh no, please don't. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. Keep going. A bit lower. This is right. Catch it right next to the ball. Yeah, we got it.
So inappropriate. Great. So yeah, while you're sitting there casting more spells and the gnome's looking at you, Vendel, you wander over to these men of the earth, and you can see they're all kind of huddled together around, chatting quietly to themselves and seemingly drowning their sorrows with large vats of ale.
You were saying they seemed a bit shaken, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Vendel approaches. If their drinks seem almost empty, he would order refills. So I take it you were here during the attack.
One of them jumps as you sort of come up from behind him. They seem quite spooked. And then they eye you suspiciously as you order them more drinks, but they don't turn it down. They they're dwarfs.
Does one stand out as maybe?
Not particularly. They're all kind of wearing drab merchant-style clothes, but they don't seem to be particularly too. Don't have one or the other. But one of them speaks up and says, "No, just arrived."
Vendel's gonna do a faint, reassuring smile and says, "I'm sorry if I startle you. I'm just a friend." And then he does a bit of panache.
He has so much panache.
Who doesn't like a friend?
What does panache do? I can't remember.
It's basically they have to do an insight check versus my persuasion, and if I get more, they'll be charmed. Well, one of them will be charmed.
Oh, fucking.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Where's my persuasion? There it is.
Persuasion.
Oh,
Persuasion.
that's not so good. Would have been good, but no.
Is it the 10 or the 26?
It's a 10. Unless you give me advantage for some reason, because I got them a drink, maybe?
No.
Okay.
They sort of eye you suspiciously still. They are dwarves. They take a bit of coming round. But they can see that you're not immediately unfriendly, even though you tried to charm them with your extraordinary beguile. They don't really start any conversation, but they don't look like they're mad that you're stood there.
Okay. He'll rearrange his feather on his hat and and just so you've been on the road, you say. Are you headed somewhere specific, if you don't mind me asking?
We were.
Dwarf.
Vendel is like doing an awkward pause, waiting for
suspense.
more.
And I mean, these are stubborn, sullenly dwarves. There is no more.
Okay. Well,
There's an awkward silence.
Graven shouts from over the other side of the room. Where?
well, we're headed to Bravos. Where are you headed?
We were headed north, across the mountains.
You're not anymore.
And
Graven.
he looks around and says, "No."
All right, great chatting with you. Bye. Seeing Vendel, Graven's taking the stand there. Enjoy your drink.
Thanks.
Did you detect any magic on this guy?
No.
In the process of this detect magic happening, Linnell's gonna try and throw a tankard at Owen's head.
What?
Well, you're definitely
sure.
making a friend. See what happens.
Is this because you're trying to make the gnome laugh?
Indeed.
Amazing. Yeah, so feel free to throw an improvised weapon and roll an attack roll at Owen.
So what would that be? Just
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 next.
roll.
D20 plus my dex, or
Sure. Just click one of your throwable weapons if you have one. It doesn't really make a lot of difference.
Quick javelin. Nail him to the wall.
Let's go!
It's a crit.
Let's get him to the wall!
Hey.
You
Alright.
you clang this
Good
thing across the
shot.
pub and it smacks Owen in the side of the head, and does a a small amount of 1 point of damage, just enough to get his attention. And the gnome just looks at him and sort of says, "I think your friend wants you."
I
Linnell's
just want
just
to.
like got her hands out. I
I just want to side note that your first roll in TDF was a crit. It
Sorry,
can
Daniel.
only get
I
worse
would
from
very
now on.
much like to. I would very much like to polymorph my new friend into a chicken.
Oh!
Alright, Vendel's gonna take some steps back.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
See, this is why you had to bed early.
With the young boy. Yeah, there's no is there a saving throw for that?
There
think
is,
so.
yeah. Yeah, there is.
Okay, so a wisdom save. What's the DC?
I'll let you roll it, and I'll let you know if you made it. You made
Do I
it.
make it? Sweet!
Yeah, so Owen immediately tries to polymorph you into a chicken, but you save. And at this point, it would be good to wind down the PvP into a more RPG, if you like.
Fine.
Yeah, he shrugs it off and just takes another sip from her tankard, giving up.
Yeah, you sort
Owen
of know
looks at
you're
you, sort of
outmatched.
reassessing you, and says like, "Well, that's just impressive."
Thanks! I try. She just kind of flexes a bit.
Honestly though, don't stop wasting beer. That's
Oh, that
like
one was
it's like one of
finished.
the worst things you could do in a bar.
Oh, I never waste beer. That one was finished anyway. Speaking of which, barkeep, can I get some more over here?
Yes, it's coming. Hold on to a moment, miss.
Uh, Speaking of which, I'm not very liquid right now. Could you guys cover that?
I saw that coming so far away.
This is why you had to bed early.
With small boy.
Vendel puts a few coins on the table and says, I'll cover that drink.
Ah, thank you.
What's a drink here, barkeep?
He looks at you and says, A copper piece each. It's the same price, always.
Put down a silver piece, and the little nano flying bot comes over, picks it up, and flies it in front of Bonell. Drops it.
Oh, thank you.
So, Owen, how's that stand-up comedy career coming along?
I'm not quitting my day job anytime soon. It's got some sort of protection against my magic. It's interesting.
Well, gnomes are known to be resistant. I wouldn't say immune, but...
Yeah, seems pretty immune.
I mean, I resisted your magic. Shouldn't be that hard.
That's a very good
If
point.
you a look,
He makes a very good point. She makes a very good point, excuse me.
I know, having a clock is right at least 2 times a day.
Guess it was one of those times.
Ah, speaking
so.
of clocks, would you look at the time?
Great seg.
Graven, did you get any luck with the dwarves?
No.
They're both equally talkative.
But there is an enormous duck at the bar.
Oh no.
You're right. Totally forgot about that one.
I
You wanna
Si-
go check it out?
Since you maybe weren't there last time, I will revive Graham's previous description from many months ago, which was that he's very, very, very scary looking, and that we could probably not handle him.
A scary looking duck.
Yes.
I mean, it's been a
He's a
while
duck.
since you've been here, but
It has
he's still
been a
a
while.
scary-looking duck. I mean, if you
Yeah.
compared him in scare ability to someone like Graven, he's up there.
I mean, I do have an ability that lets me size up opponents. Can I tell?
Yeah. What do you want to know?
His I can.
How large is this duck?
Okay, so I can pick. I can pick 2
I
things,
made
right?
Graham laugh. Is that worth anything?
What's it? Whether his strength score is better than or worse than mine, and whether his. No, actually, I'll go for armor class on hit points. So whether how they compare to mine, I would think.
What are yours?
My armor class is 25, and my hit points are 116.
I think lower. Cause he's definitely lower
That's
in
no
terms
surprise
of
there.
armor class. I mean, he is a duck.
Yeah, well,
he's
yeah,
He's not wearing super heavy armor and with a shield and shit
it's
like
just
that.
feathers, right?
Just feathers. He's got a bit of leather strapped around him, but he looks like he's strong. He's a strong boy without the need for all that pansy armor.
Right.
And he hit points more, definitely more.
Definitely more.
Definitely more. He looks like he's got a bit more on you in the hit point department.
Okay, is he obviously carrying weapons?
You can see next to him, leaning against the wall, is a very large, great hammer, war hammer.
Okay. All right. I'll just keep my eye on him for now.
I mean, yeah, he's just keeping his eye on you. He looks friendly enough, but the same way that bouncers do until you've had one too many drinks and then suddenly they're beating
Alright.
you up in the alleyway behind the thing.
Okay, I just give him that kind of nod. You know, the nod.
He gives you a nod back and continues to sip his drink.
Seems like you had a moment there.
Birds of a feather stick together.
Indeed. You should buy him a drink.
No.
You can arm wrestle him.
Arm wrestle him?
No, why not?
No. I'm fine. I'll sit here. I don't mind.
Arm wrestling has led to a few romances. I've witnessed those. You could try that technique.
No, I'm fine. I'll sit here. You can go and arm wrestle him if you like.
Oh, not really. I don't want to go in your territory.
No, you carry on. I like a laugh.
I'm quite good. I'm ready for bed, in fact. Well then, ta-ta. See you in the morning.
Ta-ta.
Cheerio.
Goodbye.
I hear some strange noises coming from Alia's room.
Get off! Get! I
That's-
told you.
That's right. Loosen it up. And then you
Oh
hear,
yeah,
then
yeah.
you
I'm sure
hear
you
a-
did. I'm sure you
then you
did.
hear a clunk as the armor that she's stuffing falls on the ground.
Cast detect evil and good.
The thick door keeps out any.
It's 2 feet of door.
2 feet of door. Yeah.
Can I pick any room here?
Sure.
Right. I'll pick the last one. Oh no. I don't want to be next to Alia. Loud.
Jesus.
Oh, what?
Good.
Alia is a cleric.
Clerics can have fun too. We've actually, historically, all right, I'll say no more.
I'm not going there. We were all thinking it.
Oh,
we don't have to go there.
Oh,
We were
no.
thinking it.
Moving on.
I was not thinking
Most
it.
accurate analogy.
Nope. Not right. What are the rest of you up to apart from ruining my life?
Just tinker away. I'll put a big old gun on the table and I'll start tinkering on it.
Okay.
Polishing his barrel.
The barmaid comes back to you and says, won't you be more happy if I got the right place for you, little workshop. Call me little lad.
Look at it. Put it back in the rucksack of infinity, and I guess I'll look at the group and say, well, I guess I'll be wherever Dad is if you need me.
Right, have fun.
Graven
Try
just
not to
nods.
blow anyone up.
No promises.
So you
I'm
follow
bad,
her to what looks like a fairly large stables. And she takes you into the back where there's a perfect little size for you. She says, there's water over there in case you set anything on fire. Please don't. Let me know if you need any more food or drink. And
Sure.
She wanders back in.
And this place has everything.
So Graham, who are these guys?
They just look like patrons.
Oh, okay.
Generic NPCs.
They're not
Generic
they're not
NPCs.
wearing acorn thingamabobs.
Okay.
They just, they've kind of, obviously regarded you all as you've been making all this noise and chaos around the pub, but mostly kept themselves to themselves.
Okay, well, Graven's going to go off to bed then. He's decided.
Yeah, I think Owen as well.
Would probably, me. Bonnet would probably head to bed as well.
Solid plan.
Get some sleep.
Sleep. Okay, so you guys are gonna get some rest before you continue onwards towards a rough guesstimate of where you need to go. It's good enough than any. I think now would be a good time to take a quick 5-10 minute break, and then we will continue onwards. So go freshen up your drinkies, have a little wee if you need to do those sort of things.
See you in a moment.
Sweet.
Morning, my peoples.
Is it morning?
No.
Oh, then I'm
No.
asleep.
Yeah.
Is it morning now?
Sure.
There we go.
Wow.
Theatre of the mind there.
Oh, I slept so well. Can't wait for breakfast. Oh, they're still going at it?
It's so tight. You gotta screw it in harder. Once Alia's armor has been fitted again, she gets out.
The
Buff
evil
looks
guys.
awfully pale tonight this morning.
You're the worst people ever. What is going on?
Well then, if it's morning, Graven gets up and makes his way back into the...
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
main
The
as
pub
well.
is
thing.
much less busy than it was last night. Most of the patrons have left. There's a few of the Acorn guys. They seem to have made kind of makeshift bedrolls in the corner of the main pub bit, but they're kind of up and about. And then as you come back in the main thing, the barkeep says, now my friends, would you like some other breakfast?
That would be lovely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes, you got bacon?
We have a delightful bacon, yes. So take a seat, I will bring you some of.
Sweet.
Got any duck?
No.
He chooses to ignore that comment, and it brings after a few moments, the barmaid brings you over some lovely looking breakfasts. I don't know what the breakfast is, but
Breakfast sounds good.
Fine, that's it, yeah.
I always said breakfasties.
breakfasts.
From...
Sure, some breakfast. And it looks good. That's all I was going with that, really.
Yeah, good.
Good.
I'm glad that descriptor was worth the time.
Hey, Owen, why don't you fuck off?
Graham.
So rude.
You want an inspiration point?
Rude.
Because you
He is
obviously
rude.
need it.
How much? Ooh. How much is the breakfast?
It's included in the room price. No
Wow.
stress, my friends.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, very nice. You like the breakfast?
Spaghetti and the meatballs, the spicy meatballs.
That's just racist. Mine was stereotypical. It's a whole different thing.
Sure. Never helps
The
you
line.
tonight.
Alrighty, we inhale our breakfast and our breakfast.
Second thing
And-
Arya inhales this night.
Head onto the road.
Yes. Let's go. Quickly before we get into a fight. With a duck.
Why is Graven trying to fight everyone?
It's not trying to fight everyone.
He's-
It's just that
you, Graven.
the duck looks aggressive.
Oh.
He's the insecurity.
Oh.
Mwah, 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 mwah.
Miss Spunell, will you be joining us then? Guess not.
She's asleep in her chair.
Oh, you mean she just kind of like looks? Yeah, I'll be joining for sure.
Folk show!
If you
For
could
sure.
sign this waiver first.
Kind of like eyes you up and down. What? Why?
I'm just teasing.
Ah, sweet.
Some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Have there been introductions yet? I feel like I've not introduced myself. I am Bibblebob Bip, greatest scientist.
He smells
hello.
He smells a lot like horse manure.
Hey, can I call you Bit?
My name is Bibblebob Bip.
Bip it is.
It's actually Bibbly Bob Blip with an L.
Yes. Blibbly bob blip. You heard me.
Ah, okay. Flip works.
It's bubbly bob blip.
Boobly blop blap.
Blip blip blip.
Flip, flip, flip. Okay.
Oh, God.
Is this bullying?
3 hours of
Yes.
pronouncing Bibbly Bob's name.
Blip, 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 blip.
We got a drink first.
Anyway,
Sounds about right.
Yes. The correct pronunciation is bibbly bob blip.
yes, we can discuss it on the road. Let's go.
What do you mean? We are on the road.
We are on the road. We can discuss it
On the road
Later.
again!
On the next road.
on the next road.
So, describe to me what, using your map preferably, like how are you, what course of
Alright,
pathage
let
are you
me-
taking?
Let me open the bit.ly.tdf thing.
Bitly.com!
Okay, Mr. Graham. We are going to. Oh, this is hard to read.
Wait,
The
which one of
seven-
the maps are you looking at? Number 2? Number 3?
Bitly, number 2.
Okay.
So, this is really low res for some reason for me.
For everyone.
It is just shit.
Okay.
I see the desert.
So,
Fancy.
do you see Flamescar, the big old dot?
Of
in the middle?
course!
Yeah.
I see all things. I
the
am
left
the
of that
DM.
is the bridge. I'm explaining
Yeah.
to everyone else.
Oh,
Graham.
okay, great.
Oh my
It's for
god.
the stream.
For
Uh, then
the
there-
last stream viewer.
So the left
Hello,
of the
viewer.
big black dot, there's the bridge, and then left of the bridge is like a little cross and a little circle around that. That, even though you can't read it, is the
Adorable
adorable midget inn. And then we're gonna go south of that all the way to the little green circle.
Oh, so you're going to the Acorn Camp,
Yes.
Oh.
Well, sort of. We're going to the border of the desert.
which is
Start
basically...
making a new map, Marlon.
I am working on it. I actually worked
Cool.
on it yesterday.
Great.
Whoa!
Yes.
Great Scott!
Great Scott.
There's a lot of uncertainty about it because I don't know where the ocean starts and ends in certain regions. But yeah. Anyway,
There's ocean uncertainty.
once
My,
we're
it's like my DM style, an ocean of uncertainty.
once we have arrived at the border of the desert, we're going to head east along the tree line until it drops off the desert, until the desert drops off to the south. At which point we're going to start heading south.
Okay.
Because remember, the village person said that their village is to the east of the desert, so it has to be, yeah, southeast. Does that make sense?
Perfect sense.
Totally.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Are we there yet?
I don't know.
I just keep saying bibbly bob blip. Bibbly bob blip.
Flip.
My name is bibbly bob blip.
Flip it is.
Hi, my name is
What?
What?
My name is...
Ooh.
Blip Blip Blip.
blip, blip, blop, blip, blip, blip.
We're now at half a viewer.
Half of you.
Alrighty, Root. Okay, so you start heading south. Takes you about a day or so, but then you get to the raging river that runs west to east. No, east to west.
So there is a river.
Aha!
Yeah.
Follow the river to the
What?
waterfall.
But it's not
Huh?
west of a desert.
Oh,
This is the
Or
river that
east.
goes all the way
it's
to
a
the
different river.
to
Don't
the-
follow it.
to the. Well, actually, I don't know if you know that.
I mean, unless the desert is like that. Do you see the line I drew?
You know where the desert is. It's on your fucking map.
I know, but we haven't explored so
Just
much.
take the route we decided on. I don't want to have to go through this all over.
Yeah, let's just
What?
go to the desert and then go east.
Yeah.
Yep.
But my point was going to be, if you let me speak, Once in my life.
Are we there yet?
It's getting dark on the first night. Are you gonna like make camp and chill, or?
What? Well, we do have a wizard with us. Would you be so kind, Owen, as to produce your hut?
Actually, I seem to have misplaced the actual spell for this. It sounds crazy, I know, but you know, sorry.
What did you misplace?
The tiny hut.
He's lost his hut.
That's his mojo.
Well, that's okay. We can camp and
He can't get it up anymore.
we'll keep watch.
What did you misplace?
His hut.
But that's a
Right, it
spell.
might be tiny hut. Yeah, it seems to have misplaced it.
That's a spell. It's not in your spell book.
It's gone.
Where was it then before?
Where did you last have it?
Oh, I think last time I had it was when we encountered the dragon.
Oh,
So it was a magic item?
perhaps the dragon ate it.
Maybe.
Hmm.
You
Okay.
forgot to cast a spell because of a dragon. Ah, wizards.
Or did you
What are you on about?
did
This
you
is
lose
why-
your whole spell book?
This is why I trust in science.
Okay.
Oh, a good
Alia-
thing we brought our usual tents like we always do.
Well, Alia has her bedroll of some kind.
I mean,
Yep,
it took us
that's
a few
fine.
days to get to the inn. We would have known that by now.
She has a winter blanket, yeah. Well, the hut is just a hut, so it's just protection. It's not like comfortable bedding and stuff. You would still have to have a bedroll to sleep comfortably.
It's
Yeah.
just climate
Anyway.
controlled and stuff.
Yeah, that's the most important thing is monsters can
We
go in.
could probably relearn it, but I'd have to ask Marlon about it.
What? Why?
Oh, it's. I don't want to talk about it as like delicate wizard stuff. It's like it's a bit embarrassing, but it's like,
Okay.
Wizard problems.
I can't get my hut up, alright? It's fine. every once in his career, don't make a big deal about it, alright?
Alia whips
Cast a
out
spell.
her dire wolf poncho and offers it to Buff, and she opens up her own winter blanket and furs. Sleep in it.
Are we gonna
Okay.
do some watches though?
Yes, I'll keep
Yes.
watch for the first watch if you like.
I can take the second one.
Alia will take third.
I don't sleep much anyway.
The last one.
Ready?
Can take that. There's a last one.
I think each watch is 2 hours, so we need 4. So that's
okay, so-
fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So those of you that are doing your thing, do your thing. Roll a perception check for me, please, in the order that you're doing your watches.
Okay, so first watch is Graven,
Big G!
sat by the fire, toasting marshmallows and
Picking his toenails.
picking his toenails. Really not paying attention to anything.
Yep,
Good
okay,
to
you don't, you just sort of hear the crackle of the fire and the snipping of your toenails and
Nice.
what else.
Yeah, this is the life.
I guess I'm next.
Cool, great. The rest of you take watch, and the night passes uneventfully.
Hmm.
It's not attacked by any beings or beasts, and seems to be quite a nice night overall. Bit chilly, but other than that, fine. The next day's travel, also a day and night, goes fairly uneventfully, traveling south through the fairly known lands now. You sort of know a few of the hidden nooks and crannies to look out for, and generally the only real trouble you've had down here has been with the Acorn faction, who you don't seem to have any beefs with whilst you're making your way down.
I do.
You don't find any to have a beef with. On the third day, in the morning, you have a decision to make. It's another day's travel down to the Acorn camp. You could go all the way there and ask for sort of refuge for the night, or start making your way more southeast, or you can go most of the way and camp outside. Sort of, what's your plan for this sort of last day? So you're about a day north of the Acorn camp.
Well, we have to get close to the desert anyway. I think it might be wise to quickly speak to the Acorn, see if they know where the village is exactly. Might save us some time.
You're the leader of this. Let's
I
just.
don't trust them.
Well, we don't have to trust them to get some information.
Then keep
You know,
an
I
eye
can
open
just-
as you sleep. Simple.
I could just magically send that commander a message. We don't have to go all the way there. I could just ask.
Well, like I said, we have to go there anyway, in that direction, and I'm not sure that if bothering the commander is a good idea.
Right, I'm sure you know best.
You know what I do, and she walks on.
Oh, that's all the sass.
All the sass. Okay, so you're gonna head. Let's do the tokens together. You're gonna head to
head.
the encampment. Is that what you
Yes.
decided?
Correct.
Great. Okay.
Indeed.
Okay, so you spend another day of travel, and after a short full day of travel, Graham finds the map super quick, like.
Time passes quickly when you're having fun.
It's super fun.
Blip, blip, blip.
Fuck. 20.
I do have
This
fond
side.
memories of
Bibbly
this
Bob
camp.
Bip. What's up? For the slow people in the back. Bibbly Bob Blip.
This is
Put it
going
together.
on-
What
this is
have you
going on
got?
for 3
Billy
days.
Bob Blip.
Bip.
Beep, 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 pop.
Billipop.
Full gnomish name. Everybody can get this right. Bibbly Bob Blip.
Took you like a bunch of times to get it right.
No. It is simply Bibbly Bob Blip. Thank you. Bibbly Bob Blip. It's simple.
Little
He's
man,
not
they're never gonna
underwater.
get it. You're not gonna stop.
His mother drowned when she named him.
Bibbly Bob Blip.
Right. Okay,
The-
fine. I found the
famous-
fucking map.
Tribe of underwater gnomes.
You make your way down and to the camp. That's what we were doing. Approach the sort of main gates.
I do have fond memories of this camp.
Me too. I remember this place.
Alright, everybody who does not want to fight, please stay back. Actually, let me rephrase that. There will be no fighting. There will be no fighting. Everybody who wants to have a quiet, normal conversation can come.
Yes. I should come
everyone.
along as well, just in case there is fighting.
Just in case.
Yep, one L will follow.
Just in case anyone's asking for it.
Draven,
Exactly.
Would you mind just sheathing the sword? I understand the eagerness, but
Yeah. Well, maybe. I will try not to kill anybody.
Alia knocks at the door, at the gate.
Yeah. Well, as you approach, one of the guards hails you. Hail! Just like that, and calls down. What? Who goes there?
Alia Flamescar of Flamescar. we seek information to help this lost child.
He was a fish.
Please save me from this wretched green.
One of them, he looks down at a sort of a clipboard. He says, "Flamescar, you say?"
Yes.
Before.
Ah, yeah, you're on the list. Come on in. Let them in. Open the gate. Yeah,
Open the gates.
the gate
There's-
sort of clunk, 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 clunk,
Open the
opens.
gates.
Do they have a troll?
There is a troll there, but he
Walking
doesn't
in a
open the
circle.
gate. He's chained in front of this large covered thing.
Right.
He's just sitting there picking his toenails with his tongue. You know, the kind of thing trolls do.
You know, I
Kind of
hate
thing
trolls.
I wish I could
ravens
do
do.
that.
It's almost a giant troll. It's pretty big. There's a big, thick, heavy-set man on the other side of the door who nods at you and says, "You know where to go."
Yes. Thank you, heavy-set man.
He
I walk
eyes you
past
suspiciously as you flaunt past him. What is this game? Why do I still run this? Yeah, so there's the keep over here where you know the main man thing to be.
Any progress that we can see from beneath the covered weapon?
It's pretty big now.
It's gotten bigger?
Yeah, it's definitely got bigger. In fact, let me just draw out the bigness. Hold on. It's
The biggerness.
yeah, it's
all
it's
the
got these
biggest.
2 extra. Oh no, where's that?
An ambiguous.
So for the new people, these acorns are making an anti-dragon weapon, which is basically like a big old crossbow.
That's right. Yeah, it's got these 2 big old things next to it now as well.
Isn't it top
didn't have
secret?
before, and it is top secret. It's completely covered in like a tarpaulin.
See.
The top secret dragon killing.
It's got 2 things next to it. Oh, I didn't have the map open.
Yeah, it's like fully sheathed in like tarpaulin, so you can't really see underneath it.
No.
That's very interesting.
There is a certain smell coming, though.
That's the troll.
What are these lines, Graham?
Lines? Who drew that? Fucking Owen. Fuck you. Ruining it all! So mature, all of you. Yeah, so this sort of large
I love how you
thing.
immediately knew it was me.
Some sort of large
else would it be?
erection in the middle of this encampment.
Your first hard man, then this. It just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, and as you sort of approach here, there's another heavy-set thug who he nods at you and says, "He's just coming down. Hold on." He's got like what?
Is he
Right.
beatboxing or is he?
He's just got this weird mouth movement thing he makes.
Okay.
He's playing with the toothpick.
You see that his body has actually got kind of like this large wound in his sort of upper chest, and quickly realised that one of you probably caused this last time you were here. And it's as he breathes in, you hear this like noise. It doesn't sound very healthy at all, to be honest.
Is it coming from his lung or his mouth?
A bit of both.
Oh.
I slap him on the back and say, "That's healing nicely, isn't it?"
He just takes a sharp intake of breath and says, "Go on in." And yeah, you go on in and should move map. Oh wait, I just realised. Oh no, you do have sight, great. And then yeah, the man, big man comes downstairs
The man himself.
and says,
big main man.
"Ah, Flamescar, it's a pleasure to see you again. This is Lord Colmond, for those of you that have not met him. And he introduces himself to you, Bonnell, and says, don't believe I've had the privilege, Lord Colmond." And he has a longer name, which he uses. Hold on. What's his name? Lord Colmond Field Marshal of Townsfolk and Commander of the North. And you can see a picture of him.
She,
Although
like,
he's wearing
extends his hand.
green and not brown.
She extends her hand, like, for a handshake. Bunnell, my name's not as long as yours, but it's Bunnell Brimstone.
I'm afraid the title does grow as one moves up the ranks. He sort of scoffs to himself and says, come, I think you'll all fit in the office. Come on up. And I'm just going to bunch you all together because it's easier.
Yeah.
Whoop. And he takes you into his office upstairs. Where, Graven, the first thing you see as you walk into the room is that in one of the corners there's you think is a man wearing the armor that you and the rage seethes into you.
Oh no.
But quickly dissipates as you realise that it's actually a mannequin in the corner with your armor.
Is that definitely my armor?
It's definitely your armor.
That's
I point
somehow
that out
even
and I
worse.
say, "That's my armor."
And he says, yes, I was just writing a letter. And he sort of points to his desk, and you can see that he is in the process of writing a letter to yourself, dear Graven, that we have found and dealt with the culprit who had your armor, and we were about to send it back to you.
I saved you some time then.
Quite, yes. There are fitting rooms in the upper level if you'd like to change back into it.
No, that's all right, but I would like to take it with me. It's a family heirloom, you see.
Ah, yes, of course you have described this once before. Yes,
Yes.
Please feel free to do what you wish. You'll find it's all there.
I will examine it closely, make sure it's not damaged.
So it looks about as damaged as it was when you left it.
I give it a sniff.
As you do say, oh yes, we did have it cleaned.
Good.
We didn't want to return it to you in poor condition.
No, you wouldn't want to do that.
And he sort of smiles at your thinly veiled threat.
Okay, well I take the armor off of the mannequin and I start folding it carefully to put it into my backpack.
From where I'm standing, can I see if the letter is hastily written?
Yeah, he hasn't really got too far into it, but you can see that he's sitting down at his desk like to write a letter as if he would normally. Doesn't look like he's making it up. That he's just suddenly started writing a letter.
Okay.
Can I insight on him though during this whole time? I was actually quite curious about
Sure.
his attitude, his emotional state of mind, whether nervous, whether he's...
Any repressed memories?
So he seems to be very comfortable that you're here. Oh, yeah. It's the same description either way.
Yeah.
Very comfortable that you're here, and seems completely at ease that you've come to pick up the armor. No problem. It's coming across like this is something that's been agreed, and he's just delivering on the discussion.
Sweet. Did someone want to say something earlier? I think I may have spoken over someone.
It's not.
Nope.
Okay. Alia pushes forward Buff. She says, the actual reason why we've come, although the armor is of course much appreciated, is this here boy who is quite lost in the Dragon Fields. We wish to find his home of what was it? Brabas?
Bravas.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
And
You hear a squeak from behind.
as protectors of these lands, I thought you might have some information on this town of Brabas. It contains 2 waterfalls, if that's any help, and is to the east of the desert.
I see. To the east of yes. The Tandasilian Desert. Yes, quite a place. Quite a place. Just south of here. Not far. Yes, but Brabas. Yes, I've heard of this town. A small village. With quite an interesting mayor. Burgermeister, but yes, I could point out to you on your map where this is. That's no real problem.
That would be much appreciated.
As we are working towards allegiances now, if we're here to share, with much more pressing matters to worry about than simple feuds between towns, don't you think?
Indeed. Considering recent developments.
Yes, quite. Yeah, so, yes, you've got it about right there on your map. It's about half a day north. But yeah, that's about right.
Very well, thank you. And if you do wish to work more closely together, just write us a letter. You have my thanks.
Yes. I'm sure we'll be speaking again. These things come round more often than not.
What do we say, Bob?
Thanks.
There you go.
And he sort of smiles like he's done the right thing.
And then
Lord Silvan, have you heard of the dragon attacks up north?
Of course.
Do you know more details?
I know lots of details. What would you like to know?
Well, we've heard the rumors of what kind of dragons. Some are saying there were 2 dragons potentially fighting, and we just want to know for sure.
I do believe that to be the case, yes. We've heard reports of a golden dragon and some sort of multicolored beast. Although that is what's the word?
confirmed.
Yeah, uncorroborated, I think is the right word.
The dragon that grew in the space of a couple of months, we're aware.
Ah, yes. Well, good, very good. Yes, this they seem to have caused quite a bit of havoc and then simply disappeared.
A multicolored monster.
That's by all accounts, although I don't think anyone actually got a proper view of either dragon. You saw the weather, I presume.
Yes, I wonder if it was caused by a creature.
I think it's fair to assume that is the case.
Okay, well, I guess hopefully we'll know more soon.
Yes, I do hope. What is your plans for the dragons? How are you planning to deal with them?
Well, we must be off. Come on now.
I see.
Well, for one, we'd like to learn more about these creatures, try and potentially find their lair, and then let's see if we can make that weapon of yours to good use.
Yes, well, I believe you've found the lair. You were telling me recently how you've going down to the south to see the golden dragon, yes? That surely must be it.
He looks at Marlon again.
Oh, Lord.
The dragon, it didn't turn out well.
You saw the dragon, eh? What is not well? I mean, you are still here. It can't have been too bad.
Well,
It was quite powerful and quite in quite a bad mood.
yes, we will eventually go kill this dragon and save everyone. Good times. Yes, very good.
I see. And what's your plan for killing this mighty dragon?
Vaguely looks like Raven.
Looks going on.
Graven just shrugs. You know, stabby, stabby.
I see. Well, all the best to whatever plan you do come up with.
I'm sure our mayor will come up with something grand.
And he looks at the guy looks at you. He knows that you're the mayor, and he says, "Well, again, best of luck." And
She is actually wearing the thing. Yeah.
what?
Oh, what? You took it
Outside
out
of
of
Flamescar,
Oh,
You
So,
fucking
yeah.
risk taker, you are.
that's it.
For those of you that don't know, the mayorship of Flamescar comes with a medallion that, if lost, results in immediate character expulsion. Back to, I don't know.
My
somewhere
train of
else.
thought is, if I'm dead, I'm not gonna care about that anyway.
Wow, we have had sessions where people have been
Mhm.
robbed.
Yeah, imagine being with the golden dragon wearing that.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we must be off.
Well, I was
Time
just
to
gonna
go.
add, where I'm from, I've heard golden dragons are wise and good dragons. So
No.
One wasn't. Simple.
This one wasn't.
Yeah.
This one was mean and.
It
That
became
sounds-
old and cranky and insufferable.
Oh,
That
I'm
sounds
not saying
like a
they're.
good-
Right, cunt.
I'm not saying they're good company. I'm just saying they're, you know.
That
they
sounds
don't-
like a good story for the road.
The dragons, and the man says, the dragons here, they're not the normal types, if you can call dragons normal. He laughs again, scoffs again at his little joke, and he says, they've lived a long, boring life and have come to find themselves like some sort of preteen hipster. Find themselves, yes. Well, so I wouldn't put too much luck in, well, diplomacy or anything like that.
Yeah.
And he
well,
again looks at Alia like he knows, but he doesn't say he knows, but he knows. and then he says, "Well, if it was just the armor you came to check on, then I mustn't be keeping you."
yes, we ought to. What time of day is it actually? Is it evening or?
Yes. So you got here at evening time.
Okay. Well, we'll be probably heading back on the road or find a place to spend the night.
You are, of course, welcome to spend the night in our encampment.
It's a very kind invitation.
We can make good use of the day still.
It's night.
It is almost dusk.
A mile, we don't have to walk tomorrow.
Better late than never.
Well, if that's how you want to do it, sure.
Let us set out.
Let's go.
Then we'll take a rain check then.
I want to remind y'all, I do have the capacity to use my hut at the moment, so the safety of this camp might be a good idea.
Well, let's discuss
Alia-
on the way. The Lord here has many things to do, like write this letter to us. We'd better leave him be. We've taken already a lot of his time.
He gives you a polite nod and says, "You're of course welcome to stay. Just let Hungred know whether you need beds for the night."
You're too kind, thank you. And Vendel puts his hat back on.
Hat boys.
Shall we head out?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
And I
Oh, yes.
take it Alia is not into spending the night here.
No. you guys have two modes. I'm going to murder everything, and oh, these people are lovely. I'm going to sleep here tonight.
And by you guys, you do mean Graven, right?
I mean, everyone.
No, Graven only has one mode, and that's the first one.
Let's not have a slumber party with the people who sent assassins after us.
Yes, time to go.
I'm hoping that Graven has a change of heart and is going to rethink his life now that he's reunited with his armor.
That's fairly unlikely.
One can hope.
It's just gonna bring back more memories of slaughter. Oh lord.
Vendel is waving the detect evil and good and evil on Graven. Is like, never mind.
You still get the big evil vibes. Mad vibes.
They're like, maybe tomorrow.
Alrighty, so we're gonna walk a little bit, make camp.
Owen,
Yeah.
Is there anything else you can't do anymore? Can you do any magics?
Throwing the shade.
Pour some salt in that wound.
I did not hear the reply. Sorry.
I can do some, just 17 seems to have diminished my capacity somewhat. Well, I'm gonna be fine. I'm sure it'll all work itself out.
Okay. Are you lacking your spellbook? Is that what it is?
No. Just, you know. maybe it's mental, I don't know. It's just...
Well,
having some difficulty.
you know there are ways in these times to to get a bit of help. You should maybe talk to Dobson. He might have a potion for you.
What?
Or maybe an ointment you can rub on it.
Magic enhancement potion.
Dobson's got mad potions.
He does.
If it lasts more than 3 hours, you should go see a cleric.
Oh, that's another top joke. Have an inspiration point for another top joke.
Thank you.
That's good shit right there. Right. So, what do you guys do then? You stood at the gates of this place outside.
Well, I think we should walk for a few miles, get away from this place, and then make camp.
I do have fond memories of sneaking into this place.
And then nearly getting killed and running away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Several times.
Several times, yeah.
Several times.
Sounds like fun.
There were a lot of them.
I fondly remember spying on the Lord, having a conversation about killing us all, luring us in as for negotiations, and then killing us.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll get to it when the dragon business is dealt with. Anyway.
So we make camp on the border between desert and forest.
Okay. Yep. That's probably another. It's only a couple of hours from here. It's not too far.
Mhm.
And you just guys gonna make camp again?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, are you guys gonna take watch?
Yeah, I'd take the first watch again. I don't mind.
I'll
That's fine.
second one.
Third.
I'll take the fourth.
I can take more than one, by the way. I'm an elf. I don't sleep much.
You plead the fifth.
I, in fact, don't sleep at all. Just
What?
Well, then
What?
why don't you take the third and fourth watch?
Yeah, I still need to meditate for about 4 hours. But...
Exactly. So someone takes the first, someone the second, and then you the third and fourth. There, done.
Alright.
Okay, so first watch.
Hang on a sec.
Is Graven.
Yep. So you guys are just gonna like bed down. You probably find a piece. You find. So the forest goes up to the desert. Yeah, that's fine. You do that. So yeah.
Okay. Your perception check.
Yes, please.
17.
Okay. So yeah, you keep watch for a couple hours and don't see too much out and about. Yeah, no, goes
Okay.
fairly well.
Cool. At the end of the watch, I wake up whoever's next and tell them to take watch.
I thought it would be Alia, right? Alia wanted the other watch.
Oh.
I mean, fine, sure. It's fine. Oh, lovely.
Alia sits and stares at the fire, thinking about all of her life decisions in the recent weeks. Up and down, down and up. Yeah, it's fairly uneventful as well.
All right. She wakes up. Vendal.
Hello. I
It's
will...
your watch.
Thank you. Oh, it's a crit.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, so as you're as you were keeping watch, the sort of first few hours, they go fairly well. Super high alert after your quick elven nap, surveying the desert. You can see there's a few sort of things start to move in the desert as the sort of the earliest part, the darkest part of night rolls in as you take your watch. But nothing comes too close, and certainly nothing comes out of the desert towards the trees. As you're sort of winding up your watch and getting ready to sort of start waking everybody up for the day, you hear some rustling in one of the bushes.
Okay. I'm still gonna wake at least Graven up.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Could you roll a perception check for your second watch?
Oh,
for your
yes.
second couple hours, thanks.
Sha.
And a wisdom save.
Ah.
Okay, so that's another 29. Okay. So yeah, you hear some rustling in the bushes, and as you look over, sort of quick look before you wake anyone up, you see Owen, sort of trying to stealthily walk back towards the camp.
And he's definitely not with us, right?
You take a quick look around and realize he's not there. No.
Then I will pretend I did not see for the time being.
Okay. Yep. So Owen makes it into the encampment fairly stealthily and pretends to be back into bed, and then your kind of watch is finishing now. Time to wake
Oh.
everybody up.
I'll wake everyone up. As I wake Owen up, I say, I hope you had a restful night.
Actually, slight light. You didn't see Owen.
Oh. Okay.
No, because he was invisible. So you just heard something.
And there was a lack of Owen.
I did roll pretty
Presumably.
well.
I hate life.
I can pretend I don't know it's him. That's fine. We can all do that.
Yeah, sure. Sure, let's just do that. Move
I mean,
on
we
with our
don't-
lives.
We don't know that, but
No, don't know nothing.
with a 29, at least
Yeah.
Vendal would know that his
Well, he would have
bedding
had
was
some.
empty.
Mm,
He does have a very specific cologne.
mm, mm.
Well, either he's visible or he's invisible. If
Okay,
he's visible, we see him come
No,
back.
okay,
If
we're
he-
gonna no, we're gonna do it this way. He's invisible, so you don't see him.
Yeah.
You are very perceptive, sitting there on watch. Just hold on a second.
Chatter, chatter. Intense text message in between.
Ba 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 ba.
Anthony's writing like, you ruined it.
I ruin everyone's lives. Don't worry, it's
That's too
fine.
bad. Whatever.
Just go kill myself. I mean, should have rolled a better stealth check.
Sure. Sure. It's my fault.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da,
I mean, even if I knew, I would probably assume he had to, do his magic stuff.
But why would he be invisible?
Just
Yeah,
hold.
it's just magic stuff, right? I mean, especially when you can't perform in front of other people and you kind of need a bit of privacy.
At night, when no one's watching?
Especially. Minor illusions in the, Anyway.
Okay, yeah, so you sort of look up in the vague direction of, you hear something with your big elven ears, but you don't immediately see something, and then sort of phasing out of the trees comes an Owen. He sort of waves at you.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare ya.
No worries. I'm about to wake everyone up. You alright?
Yeah, I'm alright. Just need a bit of time on my own.
Trying to get his tiny heart back.
Alright. I wake everyone up.
Okay. So do you still want to walk in the desert? Because I would much prefer to walk in the forest. But I mean, the idea is still the same, to walk along the desert forest border. I guess it's just, up to you if you want to be out in the open or not.
I prefer the forest personally, but
Yeah, forest seems a bit safer, maybe. Got cover.
I quite enjoyed all the strange things we found in the desert last time, but I suppose.
I mean, we can still, we can walk right at the border, so we can see anything interesting.
I'll send up my owl and have him scout around in case we find anything useful.
Sounds good.
Scouty boy. I'm gonna hate scouts. So annoying. Yeah. Okay. So, you going desert or forest? I didn't quite catch the decision point.
Both. The middle. The middle.
So one foot in the desert, 1 foot in the forest, because there's an actual line.
yeah, it goes from
Yeah.
That
green
we're
to
on
yellow.
right now.
Yes.
That sounds very difficult. In fact, it was described as an actual line. For those of you that were paying attention, it was artificially straight.
That's interesting.
As if the desert had kind of magically appeared up to a point. Yeah, I think there was in fact, I even have a handout for this somewhere. No idea where. Somewhere. I don't know where. Doesn't matter.
Okay, so we're going to follow the tree line still, are we? Is
Yes.
that what we're saying?
Yeah, well, or we can see the desert, basically.
Yeah. All right, that's fine. That sounds good to me.
We're gonna edge.
It's the view of the desert you see as you edge the forest. Okay, so you guys head. We did right. Okay, good. Where's the map gone? There's the map. You guys start edging your way around the forest
So edgy.
and around the other thing. Desert. Sorry, my brain is fried. I'm trying to think of far too many things at once. So you start to get a good feel for how the desert is kind of laid out here. I'll draw it on your map a bit later on. But you sort of head north a little bit, following the edge of this desert. It takes you about a day or so. And then the desert starts to sort of peel away from you, but still heading out in an easterly direction. So your idea is you're going to continue to follow it, right?
Yes, I think so.
Great. Okay, so you make camp the first night at the north. Are you still just making camp like regular non-wizard people?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Didn't find his
Maybe-
mojo back in the woods.
Maybe slightly into the forest, so we're not like visible from the desert.
Yep. Okay, that's a solid plan. and would be quite sensible as well. You know, you can see that the desert is A, very cold at night, B, very open, so it wouldn't make too much sense to do that. What am I doing? Yeah, so you carry on for another day, this time following the desert down in a sort of more southeasterly direction. You get...
Could you give us the curvature of that on the map at some point?
I will draw it on, yes, no problem.
Sweet.
In fact, maybe I can do that now.
You don't have to. Just
I
like.
know I don't have to, but I probably could.
But you don't have to, Graham.
I know I don't have to. Probably could.
There's really no need for you to do it.
Yeah, but I want to do it. There you go.
But you don't have to.
Wait, yes, I get that. Yeah, that's about a good approximation. Except probably not big enough, but that'll do.
That's what she said.
Oh yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, great. Nice overly desert. There you go. That's on your map now.
Super.
Page 2.
Nice.
That's about right. Let's call that.
Cool.
So you start trekking ever westwards. Westward, pimp my car with style.
I think we're going eastwards.
That's what I said.
Yeah. That's Graham Westwood, which is east.
You know I don't
The
know
other
the
way.
difference. Eastward, yes, carry on as you were. Sorry, I've lost the map I'm looking for. And do another couple of nights of making camp just inside the woods. And it's fairly uneventful until...
I will cast Alarm on these nights, by the way.
Alarm spell, alarm spell, alarm spell. Describe to me what an alarm does.
Wah, wah, wah.
There you go.
I will fight you. There you go is not describing things to me.
Oh, I thought you meant the post a spell to you. I did.
No, I meant describe it to me. Using your role-playing chops. Come on.
All right, I will do this.
Great.
He takes out a piece of fine silver wire and puts it in 20 radius points around the camp. Probably take an hour, or actually 10 minutes to do this.
An hour? No, or 10 minutes, one of those.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, he'll do this 4 times and take 3 times. And yeah, if something appears inside the area, he'll get like a mental wake up message.
Within how far, sorry?
It's on there. I've made
20
2
foot
20-foot cubes.
Right, okay.
3 20-foot cubes.
Cool.
And you can specify what sets it up, right? What?
Yeah. It's like not the people around us, so I can specify that these creatures are not gonna set up the watered area. And whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the watered area, except us.
Sweet. Can you draw on...
Okay, well.
Wait a minute! On this map, where you have put those, as this is where you make camp for the night.
I can't see Graham.
It's dark, that's why.
But I'm an orc.
Hey, there's light on me.
Well, I'm a half orc.
Hey, we're
Them?
living light.
Is that alright? Because I'm not sure what 20 feet is on this.
You have a ruler. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's say I'll put a 20-foot square. What shape can I do this with? And I'll just use the ruler to show you.
Like this?
Alarm spell, alarm spell, alarm spell.
So they're like a triangle type boxes.
Great.
Alright, I'll do mine.
Okay, I see. Nice.
Actually, I'll put them a bit further away.
Can't
There's
delete
one
mine.
here. There's one here. Up here, going down. So
All right,
I
great.
think
Okay,
the
cool.
Perimeter.
So you guys, are you gonna light a fire so you can see, or?
Yes, let's light a fire. I can't see anything.
Well, do we have to see anything to sleep?
I would like to see something.
Is it pitch
Even if
darkness
it's-
or?
I
Uh,
can't see.
it's pretty
fuck all
dark, yeah.
Here.
Well, is it dim light or is it pitch dark?
It's nighttime in a forest. It's pretty dark.
It's
Okay,
moonlight.
okay.
Moonlit.
If it's pitch dark, we'll need some light. No.
Alia will dig a little hole so we can put a small fire in it.
A small fire. Okay.
So it's not like super visible from all around.
Ah, I can see.
Small fire.
Well, I take an item, and nanobots walk over it, and it now sheds bright light in a 5-foot radius and dim light in an additional 5-foot radius, and I hand it to Graven just in case.
Ah, marvelous.
He also has a sword, which is automatically on fire always.
I know, but I can't be. I'm too lazy to draw it.
Yeah.
He's got better weapons now. Okay, cool. So you guys make camp. Is anyone taking watch?
I'll take a watch. Why not?
4, I guess.
What was that, Bibblybob?
We can do the same rotation as before, I guess. I was saying.
Sounds good to me.
Sure.
Okay, so Graven sits by the fire. Keeps an
Alrighty.
eye out.
Okay. So as the night sort of starts to thicken around you, you sort of keep an eye out with your tiny little fire and stuff. And you don't see too much, but after a while, you start to hear a pretty horrific wailing coming from in the trees.
Oh.
That
Joseph
is
Spark
horrific.
is coming on Zalia.
Does this noise wake anybody else up, or have I got to do it myself?
To start with, it doesn't wake anybody up. No.
I'm going to start waking people up. I'll wake Alia and Vendel up first, and then Owen, Bibblyblop, and Benel.
I will.
And Vendel, obviously.
You said already now. I'll
He'll wake
activate.
you up again.
I'll activate see invisibility.
Okay, so you wake up to Graven sort of waking you up and.
Try and wake them up quietly, though. You know.
Yeah. Do you say anything or?
Yes, I whisper. There's something in the forest. Get up.
Do we all hear this?
So not immediately, and whilst you're willing to believe Graven, you don't hear anything straight away. But for about a minute, you hear it. You hear it again.
Is it a
And
sound I
it's-
recognise?
Roll an Arcana check. It
That
does.
we brought with us crying because he's not home yet.
It does, however, start to feel like it's getting closer.
Alia will cast Detect Evil and Good, which is a 30 radius thing.
Great. So Vendel can see anything, and you can feel anything. Good stuff.
I'm gonna give myself an aura.
Alrighty. Arcana. No, you've heard stories in the pub about sort of wailing, wailing ghosts and spirits,
Okay.
and it's certainly ticking those boxes. Yeah.
All right, because I've encountered those before. I think
We have.
ghosts and banshees.
Probably.
I just
Actually, you might be
wondered
right.
if it
Yeah,
was,
I'm not sure I've made that noise before. That's why. But yeah, probably well versed, especially as you've been in the dead woods. So you think this could be some sort of spirit, undead banshee. But then something. So as you're all peeking, in fact, all of you roll a perception check for me, please.
Just
Wow.
since I'm seeing that it's getting closer, I'd like to activate the Rod of Alertness' protective aura.
Sorry.
What'd
What?
you say?
I was just making a Yu-Gi-Oh reference that nobody got.
I plant a Rod of Alertness to the ground and activate its protective aura. So now everyone within 60 feet, so anything that enters 60 feet is visible. So anything invisible that's within 60 feet is now
Great.
to everyone.
Yep.
Help. His rod.
Okay, cool.
It's my rod.
Your rod.
60 feet.
What a lovely rod it is too. So yeah, you hear this wailing. But what's that's weird. I just clicked a button in your thing. What's weirder is that after the wailing sort of stops, you start to hear the approach of hoof prints.
Okay.
Right?
So we were. Did you say perception check?
Yes, and specifically, yeah, most of you hear it. But now you're sort of still waking up a little groggy, but getting there. Fire 60 feet. Yeah,
With
nice.
an aura.
Are we
No, it's okay.
are we actually on the road, or is this just
The road is a myth.
okay?
Don't worry about the riff. Yeah, and so you all see up ahead, coming through the forest, is a. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I put dynamic lighting layer on this forest. Amazing. Wrong layer, right layer. Two kind of ethereal visages. What seem to be riding dark, yet very fancy unicorns.
Ooh.
Which have a very ethereal being to them as well. They've kind of got purple manes and dark black bodies. Just trying to find a picture. Hold on, I've got a picture somewhere.
How many of those?
Two.
Maybe.
By the way, the aura also sheds bright light. So
Bright light.
for 60
Cool.
feet.
Yeah. So
And a
you can all see
+1
this.
AC, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to pop a picture of it in Discord, just because I don't have it on Roll20.
Oh.
So you can see this unicorn is purple-skinned, with a beautiful mane of ethereal purple and blue hair, a sharp, scary spear on its head, and white, deadened eyes. They are being ridden by what look like two spirit elves who are ethereal in nature and wailing horrifically.
Are they
Go on.
are they openly aggressive? I wanted to ask, but I think you were getting to that.
Yes, they are. And as they sort of come into the... can you see them? Yeah, you can see them. As they sort of come into the light of the thing, which bounces off of their ethereal, ghostly, and makes them look even more frightening than they would already. I'd like you all to roll a wisdom saving throw, followed by initiative.
Wisdom saving throw.
We all get +1 to our saving throws, by the way.
That's still not good.
Oh no. Oh, here we go.
There's some amazing wisdom savings right there.
Well, okay, great. I would like to take
I
my
have
flash of
manic streak.
inspiration to give a +5 to myself, so I have
Can I
17.
use my inspiration to get the advantage on that?
Great. You have to roll it again though, right?
Because you've seen the result.
Because you've seen the result. You gotta say you're using your inspiration before you roll.
Does 15
That was worth it.
fail, Graham? Because I have a chance if I fail to roll again.
15 does not fail.
Okay, I'm not going to roll again.
Um,
Good plan.
but now, there is a rule in TDF which no one has made you aware of yet, and I will make you aware of once and then punish you. You have to make sure you click on your token when you roll initiative so that you show up in the turn order. If you don't do that, you have to take the lower of your 2 initiative rolls when you finally get it in the thing. But I will give you your beautiful 23 if you could re-roll your initiative this time. Hopefully.
Roll20 is not agreeing with me right now.
Push that button. Come on now, push that button. Nice.
There we go.
And I'll fix that to your 23 originally.
Everyone, remember your AC has a +1 as long as you're in the 60-foot.
Yes,
Radius.
I also have a +1 thing.
I'm going to put a 60-foot radius on this fireplace, which is where he has put the thing.
And you can add the light to 60-foot radius as well if you'd like.
There you go.
And there's 60-foot additional dim light.
Cool.
Right, okay, so it's now...
So 60 bright, 60 dim.
Very bright.
There you go.
Ooh.
That's
So
pretty
the yellow
representative.
is the aura that you get your +1 on
still-
AC.
Can't see any unicorns.
Oh, they might be hidden behind the trees, actually. So let's just move them to where you can see them.
But now they're there.
Yeah,
Then
so anybody...
Everyone
Sorry?
within 10 feet of me gets +2 to the saves.
Anybody who's what, sorry?
That's within 10 feet of me gets +2 to their saves.
Cool. And who's talking?
Anthony.
Oh,
Owen.
Okay.
So anybody that rolled lower than 13 on their wisdom saving throw is horrified by these horrifying visages and are frightened of them for a minute, and you can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn with disadvantage if the banshee is within line of sight.
Out for my flash of inspiration.
So who was frightened?
Alia.
Leo was frightened. Oh, where's the frightened symbol gone? That one will do. Benel, is that you I heard? Lovely. And was that it? I think that might have been it. Owen re-rolled. Yep, good. Graven passed. Benel failed. Billabot Blip flashed at himself at the banshees and was frightened. Vendel, seeing all of this happen and being ever alert and ready, what do you do?
I'm gonna... Let's see. I'm assuming the forest keeps going to the right.
Forest. No. It finishes at the edge of the map.
Okay.
Just because it's too fucking complicated otherwise.
Sure. I will... these are trees, right? So if I,
Sure. Yep.
if
There
I
are
go
trees.
if I go here, if I go in the tree, I believe I can hide.
Okay.
First. I'm gonna do a hide check, stealth check, as my bonus action,
Nice.
and hopefully it'll do something. Hello. Okay. So if I'm hidden now, I'd like to attack this one at the top.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
You're pretty well hidden. Yep.
All right, cool. With my longbow.
Nice.
And that will be therefore at 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Are these... Oh no, that's my bow. Okay, never mind. So that is a 28 damage.
Nice. Big hit. Big hit.
And how much did I move? Okay, so I still have 2. I'll... these trees are a bit annoying.
And some fighting music, please.
Oh wait, I had some queued up. Oh, it's even in the thing. Oh, I'm so bad.
Alright, I'll stay in the cover of the trees, of the foliage.
Okay.
And that's
Would
my...
you like to do anything else? Alrighty.
And I put my bow away.
Okay. Then Bonell Brimstone, your first turn in the Drakahan Fields.
Great. All right. So I'm frightened, correct? Does that mean I have to move a certain amount of feet, or?
I think you just
I
can't
think
get
you
closer.
just can't move towards them, yeah.
And you roll at disadvantage your attacks.
That's right, yeah.
Let's see. I think I'll just ready my great club. Just ready in action in case they get close.
Okay. Nice.
And I can roll to try and snap out of it at the end of my turn, correct?
That's correct, yes. Another wisdom saving throw.
Right.
Don't forget you have a +1.
All right. Sweet. Oh, not doing too hot.
Still scared of the first monsters you've encountered in the Dragon Field are scary ones! Then somebody else's turn. Who is it? Alia, you're up.
Ayla.
Snap out of it.
Alia snaps out of it. Saying pathetic. As she walks towards
What, you roll that at the end of your turn.
protection from evil, you can't be frightened. Yeah.
Nice.
As she walks towards this thing and rages. And speaks in her mind. Antius, there is one of your kind, but it is astral and evil. Aid us. And Antius is the
unicorn you met
unicorn.
That was the other unicorn, yeah.
Correct.
in those other lands.
And she's not hoping that he actually shows up, but she is hoping that maybe he might give her some info on how to kill these things. Mentally.
Okay.
The end.
Okay. Then Big G.
Alright, I start, I move over to here, towards this one that's coming this way, and I kind of brace myself,
For impact.
ready for them coming towards me. So I'm going to take a
Nice.
dodge action,
Oh, sweet.
mechanical terms.
Cool.
And they're ready. I've got my mace, not the scary mace, the mace of disruption. Do these look like they might be either fiends or undead?
The banshees certainly are undead. The unicorns, you're not so sure.
Alright, okay, that's fine. I've got my
Alrighty.
shield and my mace of disruption out.
Okay. As you stand ready in front of this unicorn, you see a dark shroud starts to emanate out from it. And no, I haven't forgotten you, Billy Bob. A shimmering dark shroud surrounds itself and the banshee that's riding on it. And Alia, you see this one. A kind of pulse of purple energy. Oh, actually, Vendel, what did you aim at? Did you aim at the... Yeah, you aimed at the horse, right?
No, at the Banshee.
Oh. That's a good question I should have asked earlier. Okay, cool. Yep, good. No problem.
Aimed with what? What did I miss?
Never mind. Okay, good. Okay, no, it doesn't do that then. But this one also emanates kind of a purple, dark shroud around it. And then, Billy Bob, you're up.
Pip's turn. First of all, take out my tool, poke Bonell in the back, casting heroism upon her. So every round you will gain 5 temporary hit points, which refresh, and you're no longer frightened because you're unable to be frightened.
Sweet.
I like that there's a question mark on the name of the film.
Heroism?
Essentially, I have that behind heroism and revivify because I have to select one of the two to prepare before each game. And this time I chose heroism.
Good choice.
Good choice.
Nice.
And then the Steel Defender takes a dash action up here, getting right next to Alia. And the little thingy flies over here onto Graven's shoulder this time, and that will be my turn.
Nice. Okay, the yeah, sure, that works. The beast charges forward towards Graven, striking at you with its, charging at you with its horn, and attempting to hit you. Missing fairly spectacularly right there. It's alright, I'm good at missing. I miss a lot.
Can I repost that?
Of course you can.
Good out. That's gonna be that one.
You rolled a D2.
Oh.
Do you want to roll that again?
I think we'll try.
You have disadvantage as well, by the way.
Great. Oh, look at that, it still failed. Yep, so it still misses.
So I'm still going to riposte then.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom.
It's like, where's the 2 green?
Oh, 11, that misses.
That does miss. Correct.
What a waste.
Well, you've got to try these things.
Yeah.
And then you hear a sort of horrific wailing noise coming from the banshee on top of it. And I'd like you, Vendel, and Owen, well, and this thing, if it can be whatever this is.
What?
I haven't got it yet. Oh, it's a construct, so it has no effect on it. Yeah, I need you all to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please. So Owen, Vendel, and Greyhaven.
+1, everyone.
Didn't we already do this?
Nope.
Remember, gets a +2 from me.
I'm gonna use a bit of luck and reroll this one.
I'm gonna use my Indomitable and also reroll this one.
Graven, before you do that, how many Indomitable do you have?
I have 2.
Used it
And
yet?
this is the second one or the first one?
This is the first one that I'm gonna use now.
Carry on.
All right. Thank you.
Sorry, I was thinking about using Flash of Genius on you if you were running out instead.
Thank you. No, that's a 20.
Continue.
Great. So you all rolled higher than the 13, is that right? Or,
I got a 13.
but you've got modifiers on those, right?
Yes.
So, yes. Okay, so you all take this much damage, but you feel as if the whale could have really scared you into death.
12.
Yep.
12.
12.
Okay.
Do I want to kill new characters? Probably not. But these guys do. So you're looking pretty scary. These
I'm
guys are
surprised
looking
you even asked this
pretty
time.
good. Yeah. This thing. A new wave of energy washes over it, and it disappears.
Yeah. Is it invisible? Because it should be visible.
It is not invisible,
Okay.
as it immediately reappears next to this lot.
Nothing
Son of a bitch.
personnel, kid.
And the Banshee lets out another whale. This one lets out a whale. Which is all three you, not you. So Vendor, Owen, Benel, and Billabop Blip, I'd like you all to roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Well, I don't have to now, don't I?
Another
Does
one?
that have me?
I just did one.
Ooh,
You have to do another one, yes.
So Constitution, you said so?
Yes, please.
I
Wow,
got
those
a
are some
d-
solid rolls.
I got a double crit.
25, 27, 23, and a 20. That's how you roll, bitches!
That's how we roll.
Great job. So you're all going to take this much damage.
Oh yeah.
I do seem to. Wait.
What? Huh?
Never mind. Never mind. Nothing. No.
And
Your temporary HP, Bonel, that I've given you. Those might help in this situation.
you'd be surprised how many hit points she has already, to be fair. And Benel, I think you may have readied an action.
So that's an attack against it, I believe.
Nice. That is.
As that Bonel
Yep.
currently has exactly 15 HP.
No. Yes, you hit the doodah.
I'm quite interested now in whether this horse is undead or not.
And that's 7 bludgeoning damage.
You would actually
Nice.
know because of your protect.
No, that's gone now because I've cast another spell.
But I mean, they came when you had it on, so you would know, right?
Sure. Is this horse dead, Graham?
No.
Okay.
The banshee on top of it is.
So
The
what-
horse is not.
Bonell is not beating a dead horse.
You've been
Flogging a dead horse.
since this started, haven't you? Oh God, it's 10 past 12. Right, let's go. Owen, you're up. You've seen wailing banshees, horrific unicorn guys.
All right. I am. How wounded are these 2 unicorns?
Not.
Unicorns are resistant to magic. Well, I don't know that, so let's find out. I am going to try and turn this unicorn into a turtle.
Nice. What's it got to do, saving throw wise?
What?
Hello?
What, can you repeat your
Wisdom
question?
saving throw. Wisdom
Saving throw,
saving throw.
DC
Wisdom
17.
saving throw.
Well, why are you telling me, not him?
Because I read the spell.
I haven't got time to read. That's your guy's job. Wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saving throw. Wisdom
Saving
throw. You rolled a 15.
Yeah. Teenage Mutant Unicorn Turtle.
Oh wait. As you're getting really happy, you see the magic. It sort of surges back against the thingy, but it catches and turns it into a turtle. Good job. It's
Does
now
turn into a turtle?
Why would it not turn into a turtle?
You got me confused now.
It does turn into a turtle. It failed the saving throw.
Great.
Although it had resistance, it still failed.
I see. Alright,
So
and then
yeah,
you-
turtle.
I will move up a little bit. And yeah, that's the turn.
So let me just pull up a turtle. So am I correct in saying that with polymorph, when it takes the damage equal to a turtle, it turns back into the thing it was, takes any leftover damage into its actual HP, and then continues as normal?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Great. It has 2 hit points, by the way. And then you move.
Wonderful.
Great. Are you done, Owen?
I was kind of assuming a larger turtle, but didn't specify enough.
Oh, you said turtle.
Yeah, I figured the bigger one, but that's fine.
Giant turtle. Is that a thing?
I think so.
I don't know. Unless you link it to me, I don't know. So, Vendel, you're up.
Alright, Vendel takes his weapon out. It's coming here. Wait. Change my mind. It's coming here. Where would I need to be would here be a flanking position? Or here?
Flanking the horse, yes.
No, I mean the Banshee.
You won't be able to flank the Banshee because she's on top of the horse.
Never mind. I'll go attack this one instead then.
Okay.
So double-bladed scimitar.
Yes.
First attack is a 24.
Which strikes it down, and you hear the scream. "Ah!" Once again, oh, my neighbors love me. And kills the banshee.
Oh wow. Okay.
He did.
He did. Did I kill it with just a 14 or
No.
with all of that below?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so I was here. I did how much move? I did. Why can't I see this? They keep changing the. Oh, sorry. I was here. I did 15 feet of movement, so I have another 20. I will go here. And that is my turn.
Okay. Big B to the Burnell.
Oh boy. So there's a turtle.
Tiny turtle.
unicorn.
Yep. Big banshee and unicorn.
Don't
You could
kill the
definitely
turtle.
You could definitely easily kill the tiny turtle.
Don't kill the
Striker, you break
turtle.
up.
No, don't do it. It's a trap.
Most definitely not in range of me at all.
One step and you just step here and bam,
It's a-
dead turtle.
It's a trap. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move back a good 30 feet. Actually, I'm gonna rage and stay right where I am.
Okay, but won't your rage immediately dissipate because you haven't attacked anything?
That's true.
Yeah. Give Bibbybop a slap.
No, it would only disappear next turn if at the end of next turn, if
That's
she
true.
hasn't attacked anything by then or not taken damage by then.
Ah, yes.
Because otherwise it would immediately disappear every single time, and that's hardly in what they want.
Just turn it into a killer whale.
But yeah, I'll rage then. And I'll just ready another attack action.
Alrighty, Roo. Then Alia, you're up.
Hello.
High
is
low to
me.
you too.
Is that me? That is me. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Don't you dare.
That thing's
No.
polymorph into turtle.
Do it.
Oh, guys, but I can't reach over there.
Everybody
Kill the
shouting, don't kill the turtle.
But guys,
Please give us at least a long enough time period to walk away from the turtle.
guys.
At least
It's just mean to
Hey,
Owen.
there's
He just
John.
spent a level 4 spell slot for this,
This
and then
one.
you're gonna ruin it.
This one.
guys.
hold your action until Bibblybob walks away, so he can just walk away.
Guys.
Oh, guys.
Oh, Marlon.
Do
Alia,
it. Do it.
Alia very gently places a foot on the turtle's back,
Are you attacking it?
stopping it from moving. No,
Ah.
it's a gentle tap.
As you touch it, it withdraws into its shell.
And Alia draws her bow, which is made of metal, and with a creak and a metallic moan, she draws back the string and fires 2 arrows at this thing after raging again, because she's lost her rage. I forgot to click the thing. There you go. She lets out a bear growl.
Grr.
Grr. Fire! Fire! It's a 15 and a 23.
The horse.
Pew pew! Yes, at the horse, because the
Okay.
horse is flesh.
They both hit.
Fantastic. That is awful.
Awful. 9 points of damage. Great job. Great job. Okay, good. Well, there we go. Okay, you want to do anything else?
No.
Alrighty, this one rears up and brings its hooves down upon Graven. Or at least tries to.
Really?
Really?
Is this like a legendary action?
It's exactly a legendary action. Not managing to hit you.
No, I'm going to riposte that.
Okay.
How dare you? He says as he smacks it with a mace.
I assume you've had a
26.
turn since you riposted last time. I'm not
Do you
sure
know,
you have.
That is a good point. I don't think I have. Well,
I don't think you
ignore that,
have.
shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, now is your turn. So
Right.
you can eat the fucker up.
Let's have it. A 15. Does that hit? First
It
one?
does hit, yes.
Right, you bastard. Okay,
Alright.
so that's an 8 for the first one.
Okay.
And it's not a fiend or undead, is it?
It is a fey.
It's okay. That doesn't count, so that's fine.
It's a fiend.
So second attack.
So it just took 8.
Wait, it just took 8. Yeah.
Right.
First one. And that's another 7.
Nice.
And a last one. Let's have another go.
This doesn't feel like the right weapon to be using. Maybe you should
It
get your other
doesn't,
mace
no.
out.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
Worse. 15 hits
And I'm going to make this a menacing attack.
too. Ooh, scary.
I know, right? So that is a 10 points of,
Nice.
and it needs to make a wisdom save, DC 15.
Alrighty.
He saved.
It saves.
Well, that's it. I'm going to use my action surge, and I'm going to beat it up again.
Okay. Good plan.
Forgot about action
That's a
surge.
hit for the first one. 11.
Yes, good hit. Big hit. Bam bam.
7.
Nice.
And the last one. Takes a big old swing at him. For 27 points. 27. 11 points of damage there.
Nice.
Wallop. I guess it's still standing.
It is, yes.
I'll smack it with my shield then.
Oh yeah. I just realised like quite a few of your attacks missed, but it's fine. Oh no, it didn't. No, because it didn't do that recently. Yeah, smack him with your shove.
So that'll be. You need to beat this.
With what?
Oh, sorry, not strength save. What am I doing? This
I don't
one.
know. What am I doing?
Athletics.
You're doing either acrobatics or
Alright.
athletics.
Oh, fuck off, roll 20. Roll 1. How is that an unrecognised command? Oh, because there's no space. Fuck's sake. That fails.
Ah, knock him over.
Knock him over. Ah, and the banshee kind of like floats up into the air, maybe? Yeah, hovers like above it
Cool.
as it falls prone.
Good stuff.
No longer man and beast.
That's all I
Great. Then blip 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 blop blip. As you look up, you see the hooves not doing anything because it's laying on the floor, and it's your turn.
Simply Bob would like to walk over here, just enough away from the horse if it ever turns back. And then, well, I'd shoot a disadvantage at the horse because it's now prone. So I will not do that. I will instead shoot at the ghost, which is a white. I'll be using Branding Smite, and then do whip out a fucking gun, and
What?
shoot it twice.
Did he say gun?
What?
What?
do. What?
That's a heavy crossbow. That's no gun. Let
You are
yourself down.
mistaken. It says gun.
And it rolled way better when it was a gun.
So 14 hit or miss on the Banshee.
14 hit or miss. Hits.
Alright, so first attack, heavy crossbow, 7 magical piercing plus 12 radiant, and it can't go invisible. Gun, 11 plus 8, 19 points of magical piercing.
Wait, you
Yeah.
kill that banshee.
Hell yeah, gun
Hell
for
yeah.
life.
Hell to the
Oof.
yeah.
Hit shot.
Nice. The horse rears back up and tells you're a bunch of cunts in your mind using its telepathy. And then it reaches its horn down towards you, Graven. And you take roll.
You're gonna get booped.
I'm gonna get booped. Did it not roll to hit me?
It doesn't roll to hit you, no.
Fucking
It
hell.
touches you with its horn, and as it reaches down, all of this like dark, magical necrotic energy sucks the life out of you into its horny horn, and you take that much necrotic damage.
Damn it.
And then it well,
You're fine. He's so horny.
and then it hits you with its hooves, because you know why the fuck not?
No,
Missing you both.
misses me. I'm gonna riposte.
Okay.
Horse. 23 hit.
Yes, it does.
Wallop. That's a 9
Nice.
points of bludgeoning damage.
Good hit. Right then, Owen.
Owen's gonna walk out a little bit. So he has a line of sight to this thing. And he is going to. Oh shit, I should have prepared this. I did not think ahead. Alright, Yep, I'm going
He's
to
going
cast.
to not stop concentrating.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile on. Level 3.
Nice. Horsey boy's taking some damage.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. No, 2, 3. That's a lot of magic missiles. What's it add up to?
5 total.
What?
3 for the level 1,
Oh.
and
No, I mean,
1 more
what's
for
the damage?
2 and 3.
14, I believe.
I also counted 14.
do his
I
turn.
trust that math.
It was 14. Would you like to do anything else?
I'm gonna move back a bit again.
Okay. As the battle rages on, the party quickly get the best of these beasts, and whilst the first one tries to flee, Graven pulls it down with the help of guns and bows and arrows from Vendel and Billabot Blip. The one that Alia's got its foot on, you all crowd round and wait till the polymorph wears off, and then bam, 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 killing it before it even has a time to wake up. Its horn flailing about. And that's the end of this encounter. Well done, you completed it. And maybe
Wahoo!
railroading it over. It's getting late. You then continue onwards on your quest.
Alia,
because you're-
Alia
Go on.
takes a unicorn head, by the way. Just FYI.
Yeah, that's sure you do.
One
Yeah.
for the bar.
And now, not being too far away from Buff's as the morning breaks, Buff looks around and he says, Alia,
Yes.
I think I know where we are.
Oh, fantastic. You lead the way.
Okay.
Have courage, young buff. Trust your intuition.
Use the force.
Okay, yeah, he takes you onwards. Can you just bunch your tokens up for me? That'd be very useful right now.
Can I ask, would you classify the teleport of the unicorn as a movement-based ability?
No.
Okay,
'Cause you can still teleport when you're restrained,
alright,
as long
cool.
as you can cast the spell.
Cool.
Why?
No reason.
Okay.
Liar.
I'm willing to not believe. Okay, so Buff, hesitantly but assuredly says, I think it's this way. and leads you off a little further east. Hey, I got it right. Into the forest, and I will mark on your map where all this stuff is at some point because you wouldn't know, but I'm doing it now. It leads you towards quite a beautiful town. And you pass a sign that says "Welcome to the town of Brabus." It's in fairly good repair. And Buff, who has now disappeared off this map, leads you sort of in past some fields, a few houses, and it's just as described: the waterfalls and ponds in the center of town, and the temple. You realise it's now Thursday, the day of praise be to Lathander, and make your way over to the temple. It just happens to be the time where the temple is breaking, and lots of people come out.
It's breaking.
Breaking, as in breaking service, coming outside. And Buff sort of like, a few people look at you very odd, and then a woman sort of walks out and she goes, "Buff? Is that you?" And Buff sort of looks up and says,
Mama.
Yeah. And she says, "Oh goodness, I thought I would never see you again." She says, "Come with me, Buff. You look hungry. I'll get you fed." And she sort of takes him off, and then a large, portly fellow kind of strolls out with a very like he owns the place attitude, and he says, "Hello then. Who are you then?"
Who does he? The group?
Oh, flip.
Yeah.
He sort of just looks at all of you lot and says, "Who are you then?"
We are the people of Flamescar.
Oh
Which
yeah.
is
Where's that then?
to the northwest. It's a long story. I'm sure you're. She thinks for a second, considering whether he's a son or not. Probably not.
He doesn't look like.
He doesn't look. Yeah, no. The
He's-
weak
you
little
can,
boy
you
is
can
not.
still see the woman and the boy walking off. He doesn't look that, but he can see that, but he doesn't look like he's like, "Oh my god, it's my son."
I don't know why I thought
In
maybe
fact,
it was the
he looks a little
mayor's son.
opposite to that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I lost my train of thought now.
Oh.
You were saying where Flamescar was?
Oh yes, it's a long story. I'm sure the boy will tell you everything that happened.
Boy, and he looks
but-
over and he says, "Buff! Oh, I
Yes.
see. Oh,
Long story short, he got a bit lost, and we're just here to return him.
lost, you say? Very interesting. Well done. Good on you."
Good day.
Quaint town you've got here.
Yes.
Any local specialties we might try while we're here?
He says, "Yes, Mrs. Madsen does do a fine pastry. Just down the road there."
Wonderful. Are you the leader of this place? The mayor, the governor?
"I am the Burgermeister of Brabus, yes. Henry Albertson. And you are?"
I am Count Vendel. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
"Yes, quite." Puts out a big hand to shake you in a very, very sort of standoffish fashion. He doesn't, to be honest, he doesn't look that happy that you're here.
Do you mind if we... I mean, we've come a long way. Do you mind if we rest for a while? Maybe enjoy a bit of the local food and ale, and we'll make our way probably tomorrow?
"Yes, I suppose. I don't know about ale, but we certainly have some. The Petersons can put you up, I'm sure. I shall speak to them."
Most kind of you.
"But you We must make way in the morning. We are only a small town. We can't put up with adventurers for too long. He sort of looks you all up and down as he says that.
I mean, we look after ourselves. We're not going to be any trouble.
Quite. I should hope not.
Is hiding something? Or is it nervous that we're here?
Yeah, does he look shifty?
Roll an insight check.
I'm going to take a guess and say yes.
Perfectly gets me.
What is that? Meta gaming!
No, it's just your brilliant roleplay.
I
It's
am super
it's
brilliant.
our excellent memory remembering that Lord Kelman said that the mayor was a bit funny.
He did, didn't he? Oh, look at you remembering stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
blimey.
so he doesn't seem, at least to you, Owen, he doesn't seem entirely standoffish. He just seems like he's just been out for prayer and come back and found these reprobates in his house. But Graven, something's niggling you. Just in the back of your head, you can feel this guy doesn't want you here. He didn't seem to be that happy when you told him that Boff had returned. He didn't. In fact, he almost ignored it entirely, which seems almost more weird. You would think a child going missing from a town would be quite a big deal, but he sort of brushed it off quite quickly.
Vendel looks at Alia and whispers quietly, like, now would be a good time to use that fancy mayor pendant of yours.
He would know that we're using it, but
Would he?
you may be right. Yeah, he's very aware that we're probing his mind.
I think that's only when you dig deeper, no? Like, not the surface stuff.
No, I think it's like either way, whether he succeeds or fails the save, it said that he notices it. I don't have the page open right now though, so I don't know.
Is it detect thoughts?
Yes,
I'll look it up real quick.
I think
because
so.
I remember differently.
Do it.
I think in fact in the spell it said like this is particularly good for interrogations,
Uh-huh.
but not necessarily for like conversation.
There's a lot of text.
Yeah. Alia was quite happy to deliver this child, with no reward
The way the
except
target knows that you're probing into its mind. So
I think that either way means whether they save or not.
exactly.
Yeah, that's what I
so
thought.
Yeah.
so they know it if you cast it, no matter
Yeah.
what.
No,
Which
No,
is
I mean, if
exactly-
you go deeper.
No, it's only if you dig deeper, and then if you dig deeper, whether they save or not, they will know that you've done that. But the surface thoughts are hidden.
Yes, I think I would agree with that. So you can go for surface thoughts without them knowing, but if you dig deeper, then they know that you're probing.
So Alia, who's on her way away again, quite happy to have just delivered this boy, with no further reward or anything. As the conversation continues in this weird manner, she turns back around and she says, "Are you not happy that Buff is back?" And she does the thing.
Okay. So he says, "Oh, yes, of course, I'm happy. We're very grateful as a town. Town of Brabus thanks you. What's a surface thought? That's a great question. And you,
They're on to
yeah, but,
They could
so
see
you
the
de-
fish.
Graham, I would. Sorry for interrupting.
Oh,
but I
fuck
would
off,
describe-
Riddles.
How dare you?
I would describe a surface
Who
thought
are you?
as
What are you
something
doing
you're
here?
thinking about at the moment.
Well, no shit.
Thank you.
Y'all have fun.
You're going to university? No, wow. I'm joking. I'm
Clearly
joshing.
an educated
I'm
man.
joshing. Thank you for your input. It was most valuable. However, I think he's mostly right. But yeah, surface thoughts. Yeah. So yeah, you definitely get the distinct impression that he is hiding something, and his mind thoughts tell you sort of agree to that. He is definitely not thinking down the same pipeline that he is saying out loud, and he seems to want to get rid of you before you ask too many questions. I'm gonna go with that.
Alia narrows her eyes and she gives him like a piercing look and see what that does to his thoughts.
You give him a piercing look.
Yeah, like she knows what he's up to. And she says, does she say anything?
He says, the Petersons are just down there, and sort of points down one of the roads. You hear him think about, I love these spells. You definitely got to think to answer the question. And you see a flash. Yeah, as you narrow, his mind flicks to someone else, and you get the distinct impression that he's not the only one involved in whatever the fuck is going on.
I think these people are turning people into fish.
She holds out a hand to shake his.
He shakes your hand.
And she channels divinity strength boost thingy to like give him she could have probably like almost crushed his hand anyway, but she gives him like a really firm handshake
To actually crush his hand.
No, she doesn't actually like it's painful, but it doesn't crush his hand. But yeah, he can't escape it basically. And she pulls him in and she whispers in his ear. She says, "I know."
And he sort of stammers out as it tries to pull away. And eventually you let him. And he says, I suggest you leave.
What do his thoughts say?
His thoughts say, fuck.
I dig deeper, Graham.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you're gonna play it so openly, might as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then
So wisdom save.
Make a wisdom saving
Oh,
throw.
yes, wisdom saving throw. All right.
It doesn't say what the DC is.
Natural 20.
I guess it would be
whatever it is, he fails.
Yeah.
Large as mind, such as it is. Okay, yeah. So, as he's going fuck, you see why you see a vision in your brain, of him shaking hands with some real sketchy looking dude, who hands him like a big like a brown paper envelope full of money that the guy puts in the Burgermeister puts in his nice frock. They shake hands. And then you see the guy, this real sketchy guy, walking away with a like a cart with a kid in the back of it, and it's like the middle of the night. And you can see this is the thing the guy is panicking that he thinks you think you know, but you don't know until now. And then he realizes that you didn't know what you thought you knew, that you said you knew that you didn't know, and then realizes that now you know that you didn't know that you now know, and freaks the fuck out and says, "Oh, what is this? Witchcraft!"
Who is this man?
And he says, "Leave this village now! What is this?"
Speak.
I catch Ash's hideous laughter on him.
But you won't be able to talk.
Yeah, okay, I just want to
and he starts laugh. Does he have to roll a save?
No.
You should be telling a joke though.
I don't think so.
The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. You're the worst. You're the worst player ever. He does start laughing. He perceives it hilariously funny that you now know his secret, and laughs about it.
Hysterically.
I'm still in his mind, right? For a minute.
I think you really only get the one thought. Oh no, that's hideous laugh.
Questions verbally directed at the target.
If it succeeds, the spell ends. Yeah.
No,
oh
it
no,
failed,
that's
though.
his wisdom. Oh yeah, okay.
So I can keep asking questions, and it shapes his thoughts, so that
yes,
I might
but each
maybe.
time he's going to make an intelligence check, contested by your intelligence check,
Oh no.
to see whether it ends. So you've asked your first question. So that's well, he didn't do a great job there.
Oh my goodness.
So
Finally,
yeah,
kill
so-
stuff.
Where can I find this man?
he's still laughing away.
Right,
and,
but it's in his mind, though.
yeah, and he starts laughing hysterically, even in his brain. But you see a sort of a kind of cave system appear in his brain.
The ones up north, maybe?
I do see. Yeah.
I'm not sure you'd know where they were just from
this map.
Tell us
We're-
where they are so we can go on a new quest next time.
I mean, you guys see Alia doing this, so she's open to
Oh
suggestions.
yeah, so if you're asking that question, then you need to roll another intelligence check.
I do. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh lord.
Can you bless yourself?
I cannot, and it would have been useless.
So he pulls away from you and says, "What is this?" He's still laughing away, and he sort of just turns around and stomps off.
Keep your hands off Boff. She shouts after him.
Looking around, are there any other children around this village?
Roll a perception check.
I'll turn to Alia and ask
You don't need
her-
to. You don't need to do that because you saw pretty much the whole village come out of the temple, and you saw some children. Yeah.
Okay.
Whether it was a proportionate amount to the amount of adults, I'm not sure. You're not sure. But, yeah, you definitely see. It's not like all the children have been sold to slavery.
Turn to Alia and ask her, what are you learn?
She shares all that she knew. The image of the man I had in my head, was he wearing attire that seemed typical for a desert?
No, it was certainly not. He was wearing kind of super secret bandit clothes.
Okay.
He didn't look like a desert dweller.
Huh. Alia goes to ponder this mystery atop the hill and sees the cave to the north. Coincidentally.
So as you sort of walk away, you walk past a house that you saw Boff and the woman go into, and Boff kind of just waves at you from the window. He's got a big smile on his face.
As a knife is drawn behind him.
Well, I mean, success?
Seems like we should come back at some point and investigate this further.
Maybe.
It's a success.
Might be smart.
But Buff seems happy, so.
You guys are hilarious.
We could look around town just before we leave. I mean, we're not gonna let this.
Oh, this is obviously something nefarious going on. Let's go all the way back to Flamescar and then come back here at some indeterminate time in the future.
Very good.
Maybe give the area a look over with your owl, and then we can head out. Yeah.
Right.
Just.
Ow!
Yeah.
Go to hell!
Yeah.
I mean, mode.
The village looks very similar to what you see on the map. There doesn't seem to be anything particularly obvious. You know, it's a town, it's got farmers and shit. It looks, like a farm.
Can you
Like
send it in the cave?
Looks like a town with like farmers and shite. Like a town.
It looks very picturesque. Is it like too perfect, or is it just like a normal town?
It's pretty picturesque. Yeah, normal town.
Very good artist. What's the X for?
Whatever that is doesn't exist.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Got
right.
it. Good to know.
Just colouring it in.
Are you
Also,
sure?
In case you're getting confused by metagaming.
Those
Yeah,
trees
but
look really
I was-
weird. Can we go
I was
check
on
those?
the hill, Graham. I saw.
Yeah, no, this doesn't exist. The town does not look like it's hiding anything particularly hidden.
All right.
Except for the cave system.
Yeah,
Now, obviously behind the waterfalls, there's gotta be something.
maybe. Okay, so you guys do a terrible job at exploring the town. Don't find anything. Don't talk to anyone, and then decide to leave all the way back to Flamescar.
Sounds about right.
That's about the
Fantastic.
one for you guys. Yeah, so sort of half a quest formed, but without too much knowledge. But completed the quest of getting Boff back to his safe, maybe haven.
Get out to do this.
And,
Semi-safe haven.
Work your way back to Flamescar, and that is where we're going to finish today's session.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, good stuff, Graham.
Well done, all, one and all.
A new
How
home.
did you
Nobody
find your-
died either, which is
I know.
nice.
It was a lot of RPG today, which is good.
Yeah.
How did you find your first session? The person whose name I've forgotten briefly. But Benel, Josie, that person.
It was pretty cool. Almost died. I'm alive.
Nah,
That's
you
good.
were miles away from dying.
That's a win.
That's a TDF
If you,
win
if
right
you
there.
didn't die, that's
Serious
a win.
You're ahead of the
That's how it
curve.
should be.
Attest to that.
I will very happily take that tankard crit as a win.
How many of you are there today? Six?
Six.
That's a lot of people, isn't it? Jesus. Right, so
6 people
another
for 2
little
banshees.
another little people. Well, you completed your quest too. Get some stuff.
And the horses.
Exactly.
And the
and
unique
horses.
horns.
There we go.
So it's 1,267 XP each. However,
1,200. What?
1,267. I have put it in Discord already.
Okay.
However, for those new and for those who have forgotten, we do have a little fun system in TDF because you're going out with such expert, milestoned adventurers.
Sorry.
You, what? Hello? Can I just finish?
Oh, I maybe you couldn't have. I pressed one of those buttons that plays a sound, but maybe I
Oh.
just heard that.
Yeah, we didn't hear it.
Okay.
There is because you younger, not so wizened adventurers are going out with such clever, trained, hardy adventurers who impart wisdom on you on every opportunity. If you are below the average level of the group, you get double XP.
Ah, sweet.
The average level of the group is currently 8. May or may not change soon when I add Josie in. So for those of you less than level 8, level 7 or below, you get double that, which would be double 1,200, which would be a grand total of 2,534 XPs.
Speaking
So,
of which,
Riddles gets that too, since she was hiding in the shadows the whole time, right?
Sorry,
I was joking.
I didn't
Further-
hear what you said.
It was
So-
worth a
Further
go.
Furthermore, in exactly 3 months from now, both you and I, Josie, will get a free level up because that's a thing.
Yes, this is true. So if you continue to be a continuous player, conforming to all the rules and requirements of you as a TDF player, i.e. don't disappear and play, you and Luke will both get a 1 level bump up in 3 months from today. That will be for whatever character you have at the time. So I suggest you try and level up as much as you can before then.
to make the most of it, yeah.
I'd just like to point out it's taken me 3 years to get to level 14.
I saw a meme today that was like, when you have to retire your character after 2 years. Oh, but because they got to god status, yeah. And I thought of you, Graham. I was like, ah.
Fun fact is that in those 3 months, I'll have gotten at least 2 level ups because I've invited 2 people.
Oh,
I
you
think
can.
it's
Provided
nice to
they
point
stay.
out, Graven, that it took me like 6 months to get to level 9.
Oh, shut up.
Hey guys, I'm only 8,800 XP away from level up, so almost there.
And I am now level 11.
Well, I'm
Oh,
level
yeah.
3 now, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, guys, I have a question for y'all who write adventure logs.
Yes.
In like actual Flamescar, is that available for public reading?
Yes.
Is it?
So
Unless
the-
you
The
specifically...
library of the library of Flamescar is like in the town hall, so you can read all that shit.
I guess
So
you...
there was an actual library in Flamescar.
Yeah, it's in the town hall. It's curated by Doslam.
It's not a library, it's archives. And if you really wanted to, like, I don't see a reason why you couldn't keep something secret, but it's assumed that, yeah, everyone can read it.
Yeah, because I plan for Riddles to be like Riddles. One of her defining traits is that she loves to read, and so I plan for her to be like gushing over watching y'all actually fight after reading so much about y'all.
Yep, that's fair.
Are you playing on Monday, Bryce? No, you don't play anymore because
No.
you have school.
I
Worst.
can
Ugh.
only play on the weekends.
Who is it on Monday? I guess the usual gang of me, Marlon, and Andy.
Seth
Who's
gonna
playing?
Sue's gonna be back.
Seth
Who
is
else?
playing.
I'll-
Seth.
Seth,
play.
other new guy.
Other new guy.
I should be free.
We
Well,
do
I wish I
nominally
could
have a
play.
full party, but we could
There we
squeeze
go.
in
We
a
got
level.
another one.
We could squeeze in a level 1.
Yeah.
I
Well,
should be
3
level
now,
3, yeah.
probably. But, you know, new players get to play more. That seems fair.
I'm just gonna end the stream, so I'm saying goodbye to everyone.
Bye,
Bye, viewer.
streamers!
Stream.
Bye bye.